Hey, I think I know how to stream. It's been oh my gosh, what was the last day that I streamed actually? Coming and sitting down. I'm actually unsure when I streamed last. It's been a minute. It has been a holy minute. And by that I mean 12 days ago. Okay, that's a little bit less than it feels like, but 12 days is still a while. How's everyone doing? I decided I came up with this idea a while back, but I had a lot of stuff I needed to clean and organize in this here office. There's a lot going on, and you'll already see in the background there's just kind of some stuff lying around. Do it now. Save. Oh frick. How would I save? What's I have a notepad. Hold on. How do I? All right. First off, we'll show off this. This is from my sister. She left this when she stopped by. She often asks me to do a dance and masticate because she's weird. But that's my sister for you. What do I do? Okay. This, and then that. Yeah, okay. So, does that count as a good save? It's here. It's now. I got it. I saved. DeReal Mary, what's up? Tom, how are you doing? Thank you for redeeming the save. We have saved in real life. That is my location currently. All right. I hate you people. Let's continue to talk. So, essentially, I got a big mess in general. One thing, and I figured I just put one of my old videos down the bottom. No, you're not gonna hear the audio because I have it muted too. I didn't want to listen to it because you're not gonna be able to hear me, not future or present me. Past me can screw off. I just put Oni there because why not? To my left, stage right, I have a closet. That's full of basically a disaster. It's basically disturbing and disgusting. Let's see if I can. My lights are also all messed up. Everything in this room is all messed up. We're gonna move the camera here. I don't know if I've done this before, but I'm gonna move you up. Oh, all right. This is the closet. This is the place that's got all the things, and we're gonna empty this tonight. There's so much stuff in here that I can get rid of. Disasters, exactly. Cadet, how you doing, dude? You should probably be in bed, right? Unless you don't have work tomorrow. I don't know what your schedule is, but normally you'd be in bed by now. But I appreciate you being here. Yeah, so we got a lot of things we can clean out, get rid of. Probably a lot of recycling, at least, for a lot of technological stuff. I acquired a lot of things from my previous IT job. Oh, I am in bed. Okay, yeah, you're on your phone right now. Perfect. Or with a laptop, who knows? I don't know. My mind just immediately went to you have you have this nice little the hat with the fuzzy ball in the end. You have your little Coco in your phone, and you're just chilling in the stream. But yeah, I have a lot of old IT stuff, and there's a lot of stuff I can really get rid of. There's been a lot of cables and random bits and pieces I've been hanging on to, which I really don't need to do. You don't need to do that in life. So I'm gonna figure that out. That's the plan for today. I forgot to fix a thing on my stream. I'm just remembering. Let's try that. Maybe that'll work. All right. Keep the cables. How many cables do I keep? We just need to get started, essentially. So I hope everyone's having a good night. Keep talking, keep chatting. I don't do just chatting often, but I would just like to chill and chat with everybody, so it'll make me feel better about my collection. Ditto and all. Keep it all. Yeah, no, I don't know that that's the case. I mean, if I keep anything, it's the majority of things aren't coming with me. Because currently what we got going on is a temporary situation. Is the plan. We're leaving a lot of things here, and then we're gonna be coming back for them when we move to a third location. It's gonna be a mess, but it's gonna be good. I promise. I don't even know where to start. I'm just looking at it terrified. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Oh, this hurts. Okay. So, oh my goodness. So I have this problem where I keep boxes. I keep boxes of things that I don't need. All right, here's part of an Oculus box. We're gonna need to create good piles. I have a tub of which things I want to keep and store. This is a box that's not really meant for anything as far as I can tell. This is more, I think something from the Oculus came in this. I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's an Oculus strap. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to keep that entire box. I mean, I should probably keep the Oculus box, right? Because there's a few things that kind of merit having the box to keep it safe, like an Oculus. But for every part of the 2 computers on this desk that I built, I have every single box still. Well, no, I cleansed some of them, but I have a habit of keeping those boxes just in case, which basically means I'm a hoarder, essentially. Just in case, or I might use it eventually, means I'm a hoarder. That is 100% what that means. And I'm trying to accept that. This is for the printer, actually. We should probably keep this too, because the printer is semi-new. My wife and I needed a printer. It's actually right over here. My life is a mess. We'll pull the curtain back a little bit here. Let's so this side desk, it houses, this is the PC of which all this information is coming through right now. I built this pretty one. I love it. This other one I built, this is the PC I used to be streaming off of. That got a bunch of hodgepodge of parts and whatnot, but the other monitors turned around and everything just because we needed space to put the printer. And then yeah, this is our life. So that's where we're at. All right, rest you back up here. So that box we will keep. My mother gave me this. I never put it together. Basically, it's a camera that tracks sound. Essentially, I think it was meant to be used as like a baby monitor. We haven't really used it. Haven't really needed to. But it will probably come in handy for something. So this is something I'm more than likely going to keep. All right, we have this giant tub we got from Costco. We have a few of them. I'm doing pour with angles here. I'm not good at this. That's fine though. We're gonna make it work. Also, the thing I enjoy about this is, especially being a father now, just looking at the warnings they put on these things. Just don't suffocate your kids. Don't put them in. Don't do it. It might be tempting to package up your child. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, there are multiple. Oculus has like 15 layers of box. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, wow. I'm making a mess already. Hey. So we have, this is all the extra stuff that comes with the freaking Oculus. Goodness gracious. I haven't used it in a while. I've been super busy. I want to though. Playing in VR is actually a lot of fun. I've only played a few games. Actually, there's a game that I want to play. I want to say it's called, I think it's called Hard Breachers. I think it's called. It's called Breachers or something like that. There is a free beta right now, but it's only on the Oculus. It's only on the Quest store. Oh no, this is some MSI NVIDIA hardware stuff. Oh, this is for my old GPU. That is unnecessary, but if anybody wants some drivers and a disk, because I know those are all the rage nowadays. Very important. Alright, yeah, small MSI box. This is garbage. This whole thing can just get hooked. Alright. I haven't started a garbage pile. I guess I have a box pile, but I need a garbage pile. I guess it's going right by the poncho. Keeping the poncho though. Let's actually move those. This is gonna be forever. This is real life forever. Alright. Woo! Okay. The stress. It's getting to me already. Alright. How much paper do y'all have? Y'all hang on to a lot of copier paper? I have too much already. Here's a sonnet I wrote. I won't grace you with that. It's just paper that needs to be thrown out. Alright. Oh, here's a ticket I got recently. A little bit of driving fast. Don't worry, I'm gonna live forever. It's fine. All right, these can get hooked. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. This is one box that I don't want to look at. It's stressing me out already. Okay. Let's get one of these. So I've had multiple pairs of Converse over the years, and for some reason I always saved these boxes in particular to house knickknacks. And they're just weirdly shaped boxes because of the fact that they're just so like skinny and long. They are just weird and different. Federal student loan aid. Yeah, I don't need that. That's an old thing. Yeah, how's everybody feel about the student loan forgiveness thing? Because I think it's a good thing. I think it's one of those clips to hold a badge. Probably one that I used to have at work. That's garbage. No need. Happy IT Appreciation Day. That's quaint and sweet. But that can go in the trash. Oh my gosh. This is a comic book store. This card is from a comic book store. I got a card. Just docs my name. That's fine. People know my name. Student loan forgiveness that didn't/won't happen. Yeah, that's the thing. Is they're trying to court it and such. My name's been said on stream many times, so I'm not serious about worrying about my name. But there's this comics book shop down in what's the name of that town again? Christiansburg. That's on Christiansburg. Because I had lived in Blacksburg for a while. Right next door is Christiansburg, and there's this really cool mall, and this guy made a really nice shop, and he's kept it going too. He literally, the guy is really nice. He sold board games, card games, all just your general standard, board game fare and stuff. And he kept his business going through COVID because he delivered comic books himself. He's like, I need to stay afloat. If anybody wants comic books, I will deliver them to your doorstep. And he kept his business afloat. He expanded it. Like, it's going great. Really nice guy. So that's the only reason I bring it up. Thank you. Thank you, Notes. Thank you for getting me forks when I needed a fork. Thank you for everything. IT related. I can't read cursive. From Carly? It's from Carly. Thanks, Carly. Not that Carly and I still keep in touch, but if you're seeing this, sorry. I appreciate it. Don't need it. I need to do this faster. See, it was a racket to get votes, just like the lowering of gas prices. Well, everything a politician says when they are trying to get hired, trying to get elected, is a lie, to be fair. And I think the loan forgiveness thing was a good thing, if you want my sincere honesty, because of literally how money is used and where it goes right now. There's no reason why it shouldn't be going to its own people. Basically, that's kind of how I feel about that. Yeah, lowering gas prices would be nice as well, though. Thanks for everything you do for VCOM. David signed this? Wait, I think David signed this later. I can't remember. Or oh no, that was a different David. I think. I can't remember. No, memories down the hole. All right, we need to clear stuff up. We need to finish this up. Yep. Thank yous from Net. These are all sweet thank you cards, but it's just like I can't hang on to every random work thing that someone gave me. Oh, this was great. I don't know why it had the Triforce on it, or why David thought it needed the Triforce. It'd be a good thing if you had any money to give away. I'll eat all the old people, put them in the oven, show them that you love them. That old video, dude. I agree. I'm responsible for the materials and charge. Oh, this is an old book, a library card that we got like 2 weeks before we moved, or like 2 weeks before we took a job in a new location, so we didn't know we were getting it. All right, this is all garbage, I think. Yeah, no, tasty. No, I think that the United States is already giving away way too much money, and I don't know if I should save any of this, but I don't think I should. A lot of this was just old and garbage stuff. Oh, this is my second sonic screwdriver. I have 2 sonic screwdrivers. Money we literally don't have. Money we literally don't have. We don't have a lot of money, that's true. Oh my gosh, this is a student ID. Some of these are starting to tear into the territory of actually worth caring about. Oh, these are love notes for my wife. Might hang on to those. Those are sweet. Do you want to go shopping, kids? Whoa, I'm dropping things. But I swear, The United States is very poor with money, but they're not incompetent. They know what they're doing, which is the problem. I don't need koozies. Don't use them. What are these? Are these notepads? Southern Refrigeration Corporation. How many trillions in debt can we get? Apparently a lot. And I don't know if we can treat it like a business where we just use that debt to leverage more awesomeness. I doubt that to be the case. All I'm saying is we're giving a little too much money to people who are not us. And it's not paying off our debts. I don't need it. I don't know how to dispose of things, man. This is a highlighter, right? So I guess I can talk about this. I used to work at a medical college called VCOM. It's a great place, wonderful people. This is a highlighter in the shape of a syringe. Kind of funny. I'm gonna throw that in the rest of the pen pile. I still have some other dude's name tag. I don't know why. I love VCOM. Did I? Alright. So much random junk. Alright. Some of the stuff I would keep because it's semi-useful, I guess. We can make a box of semi-sentimental stuff. We got rid of all those cards because I can't hang on to every love card ever. If they're really special, maybe. Alright. Alright, I want this closet to be empty, so we're just gonna go for it, man. We just need to do everything here. That's a good sign, I promise. Alright. Next. Alright, what's this? It's a box that's got... this is a box that has a box for an SSD that is not in here. And this is just taking up space in my life. This is what it is. This is a lot of the problems in my life. Yeah, this is... Oh, yeah, it's for the M2. Alright, yeah, this is garbage. Garbage. Alright, this is where we're gonna start to get to some tech stuff here. We got a USB to USB-C, I think. Actually, that could be useful. This is the problem, is I'm finding too many things possibly useful, and I can't allow that. Is that USB-C? Actually, my thing even might fit this? Oh shoot, it would. Maybe. It's hard to tell because it doesn't really fit all the way in with the yeah, it looks right. Hang on to that. Don't judge me. Alright. Jeez. Okay. Mice. Headphones. Alright. This is a pair of headphones that's old and sucks. Out. What do you guys decide to hold on to? I have a million of these stupid Apple chargers. Of all the phones and other things I've owned in my life. My wife and I, we have like a million of these little guys. And I don't know. I feel like hanging on to everything is a problem. Alright, these are old headphones that are garbage. Done. That can probably just be normally trashed. Oh, this old mouse. Oh my goodness gracious. Velcro. Lots of Velcro. Guys, we're getting the cables out. Look at this box. We're gonna show my crotch real quick. Look at this box. This is filled with stupidity. This is my life. This is what we're down to. Alright, so this old mouse, I got rid of this, or I stopped using this because it wasn't registering properly from what I remember, and I needed a new mouse. And I hung on to it. I guess with the idea that maybe I'd tear it open one day. Never got around to it. Probably never will, so I'm not gonna keep it. Alright, so you are out, my dude. We should probably create a technological pile of trash to some degree. Someone will probably want my techie junk, right? Do people like accept piles of cables? And if they do, they accept them as payment for resources and goods? I sincerely hope so. Alright, this is a camera that I kind of want to keep because this actually works. Actually, I wanted to use this to do second camera angle stuff in my stream. I just haven't really had the opportunity. This is like a mic holder. It doesn't really work for my mic, so there's no real point in keeping it, but that's where I'm at. I don't think I ever owned a mic that would fit something like this. I don't know why I have it. Dell mouse. I don't think this Dell mouse works. I think the main reason it's here is because it doesn't work. I guess we could test it. Can I put in 2 mice, or will that make my computer explode? Y'all know? What does it do? Watch it kill the stream. That'd be hilarious. That'd be actually exciting. I would love that. That'd be the most interesting thing that happened to me. Oh. Light turns on. Oh, shoot. I have 2 mice now. I don't know if there'd be any good reason to have 2 mice in life. Scroll wheel kind of works. Kind of funny. Alright. Yeah, no, it works. I know the other one was Garbo. Man, difficult. Alright. I've got some random instructions for all that mic stuff in here. Let's throw that out. Alright. Well, can't keep every little thing, but I can keep a couple things. So I'll keep the mouse. We're gonna keep this camera. There's also this webcam. This webcam I think still works. Guess it's like plugging in a mouse to a laptop. I'll be surprised if I've never tried that. Yeah, having 2 mice, it works. Apparently, at least with my laptop, or my desktop here. Okay, keeping the webcams. Alright, this guy, this box actually has a lot of stuff that like I could find useful. Wireless network adapter. I kind of want this just in case. I will be bringing my main desktop. I'm not bringing my secondary, but I'm only bringing those 2 computers. All the monitors behind me I think are going to be out and done. Oh, this is similar to the other connector I found before, but for older phones. Older Android devices. Actually, I think this is the charging cable for that guy. Yeah. My old phone. I think I had a Samsung. What did I have back then? I had a Samsung, at least. That much I know. Guitar picks. I have a guitar case. I can throw these in there. I have an acoustic guitar. Never really learned to play that well. Oh, there's an old Turtle Beach 3/4 inch, whatever it calls them. It's another Apple charger thing. I don't need this. These are they little earbud muff things. Don't know. Yeah, just toss it. We don't need all these. And then SIM card tool with some paper clips on them, which are the old Macintosh tool, the most important tool. This is garbage. Keep the Velcro. Keep this. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. Kind of, not really. All right, so this is a keep. Those are keeps. This is an empty box. Success. All right, we have another Converse box. Another box on top of it. Y'all just hoard. Y'all savage orders. Ooh, this is interesting. This is for my Oura Ring. If y'all haven't heard of Oura Ring, it's basically the second ring that I wear. It is essentially similar to like what Fitbit is, except for it's way less invasive, no screen. You literally just slide it on a finger, and make sure it's kind of pointing in the right direction. It's got these little sensors in the very bottom that you can see there. Got those sensors, you kind of want those under your finger. And takes your blood pressure, blood oxygen levels, all that sort of stuff. Holy crap, there's a lot in there. And it can tell you how well and how long you sleep at night and stuff. It's really cool, really nice. And I got one a while back, and I'm wondering if this is a box that's worth keeping. I doubt it. I mean, it's got a booklet and stuff. I don't know. I never know what I need in life here, man. Okay, if I hang on to anything, I'm just gonna hang on to the actual case, not the boxy box that it came in. Don't know what those are. Don't need those. Alright, we're just gonna place this guy in the trashity trash. Alright, and this guy we can hang on to. It'll fit in the small box that I'm trying to use for keeping smaller things. Alright. Oh, this one's gonna be harder. I think I ought to just keep this one and put it away. Alright. We got my Raspberry Pi 2. We got a hard drive reader that literally that's got like every single type of input you can get. A stack of small hard drives that I don't know if anything are on, and I don't have the time to check. And then some like stickers and garbage. Stuff that also is not important. But technological stuff that I want to hang on to. So this whole Converse box is just gonna go. I'm just gonna make it. All right. We have a lot more. How much is left in these? I have a handful of things of compressed air, and a lot of them are probably gonna get thrown away. Device kill switch, huh? Oh, it's the kill switch box. We got a kill switch device to turn stuff on and off with the remote control. And I don't think this box is really any help to us. Yeah, there's no real instructions with it. I don't think there really needs to be. It's a really simple device. You plug it in, you plug the thing into the thing, you hit the button, turns off. We're gonna need a dust somewhere, sometime. All right, these we'll keep. Dusters. How many dusters y'all have? Let me tell you, I bought like a pack of 6 and I never went through them. My button frame the entire time. Jeez. Oh crap! I have my monitor. No. Okay, it's good. Oh. Alright. Garbage. We got random bits of plastic. We got boxes. We got forms. Forms for what? Oh, this is for like this is an old hospital bill. That's fun. I don't like hospitals anymore. Not since the incident. I got my appendix taken out. That was no fun. Y'all ever had your appendix taken out? It's a barrel of monkeys. Let me tell you. All right. But I'm not gonna tell you. So I have this box that's for a webcam. Do I even hang on to it? I'm gonna move the webcam with me. Okay, here, my poor baby boy. My poor baby boy. He sounds sad. I got this box. I don't need this box. But it's got plastic in the shape of the webcam, you know? And you just want to hang on to it. You're just like, well, what if I want to put it back in its box? What if I ever sell it to someone? What do you do? What are you going to do? The answer is nothing, because you're not going to do that. You're never really going to need to do that. The thing's probably going to break on you before you ever decide to sell something like this. Who buys secondhand webcams to someone? Probably. I don't judge. But I'm just going to put a bunch of parts in a box. Probably a Converse box. And call it a day, so. Let go, Luke. Twiststone. This was, oh, my Google Cardboard. I got that forever ago. That was fun. Doing VR things with phones. The Google Cardboard stuff and like just doing any sort of cardboard thing. Not terrible. Fun to mess around with. VR is a fun thing. Possibly very fleeting though. Box for search projector. Alright. Divvying out messes. Great. Okay. Huh. We're still here. We still exist in this timeline, kids. Alright, Tom, if you're still there, does this thing need to be thrown out? It still exists for some reason. This has been floating around our family for some reason, for I don't know how long, and I don't know for how long why. But it exists, and it's still around. So do we get rid of it or not? Or is this another channel point redeem? Goodness. UAG cases for phones are fantastic. I approve of UAG. Not NAD. It's just really too bad. Holy junk. Alright, so this is the stuff where it's interesting. Like, do I hang on to a bag with fan instructions and a bunch of screws and stuff that I may never use? That's some thermal paste. This is the thing. It's like miscellaneous screws and stuff. I got a small LG screwdriver thing that I don't think I ever used. Kill me. Yeah, exactly. Electrical tape. All right, the screws. Because my mind always... Oh, this is for the fan that's in that guy, too. Alright. We'll hang on to that, because it's a part that's actually... Because it's for a single water-cool fan CPU cooler, so I kind of want to keep that. See, there's parts and pieces that go to things that, like, I actually think I might end up messing with, and so I kind of want to keep them. This is just wads upon... I would keep screws, you never know. Exactly! Lots and lots of Velcro. I'm trying. This is thermal paste. Diamond powder inside for best thermal conductivity. That's exciting. I think I should just huck this. I don't know if it ever goes bad, but at the same time, if I'm ever going to reseat a CPU, I may as well get new thermal paste, is kind of how my heart's feeling about it. Alright. We got some old, oh wow, old Deep Cool fans that suck, actually. I think they started to, like, the bearings got busted and they started to shake. This one's Rosewell. These just need to get thrown out. They're actually still pretty dusty and gross, and then you just need to get thrown out. But I have a habit to hang on to things. Why do people hang on to things? It's really dumb. Okay. Oh, what is this? I think this is a cable, yeah, a cable cuff. Do y'all have cable cuffs? I got this for my job, and you just kind of, you can do that. You can make a noise that hurts your ears, and you can keep cables on nice and tightly bound. That's fun, isn't it? Tape. I'll hang on to the tape. These I don't need, and I don't care. A screwdriver, a Velcro strap thing, funny looking one. Yeah, all this is kind of garbage. What is this Southern Refrigeration Corp that I got all this from? Must have been something John worked at. Sorry, Old Douglas. That was his name. Old Douglas. You and me and Dupree. Alright, I'm taking this off. Yeah, I think this needs to get thrown out. I should probably call Caroline and ask her about it, but I think it's getting thrown. I think someone... I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to place this as to why this exists in my family. Now... School mascot was a warrior, right? From high school? Yeah, that was the question. I think that's where I'm headed with that. I think it's from high school, because our school mascot was a warrior. I think one of y'all used it for some silly high school shenaniganry, and it just kind of floated around the house. And it ended up here. I think my mother brought it, because my mom has been trying to clear everyone's stuff out of the house. And it's taken the longest to get rid of me, because I'm the youngest. And I guess this is considered mine now, since I guess everyone else moved out before me. But, yeah, that's in the TBD trash pile, my dudes. Let's see. Alright, we need a new box. Or a new pile of garbage. Oh my gosh. Every time I stand up and look, I get stressed. Oh. Whoa, that's heavy. Oh my goodness. Alright, now we're finding things I don't know what to do with. I have a set of lacrosse balls. I don't think I have a lacrosse stick anymore. I think my last one got too bent out of whack. And I got rid of it. I think. Yeah, I don't know what I did with my last lacrosse stick, but I still have the balls. I could donate these maybe? Do people donate lacrosse stuff? Is that a thing? It might be now. This is my box, my current mouse. I have a Death Adder. I like the Death Adders. I think they feel really good. I think it's the right balance. Oh, this is weird. This is really weird. This I don't remember why it happened. My boss was weird. He gave me this thing. It is a, like, one of those glass things that they give you when you work at a place for real long. He gave me his. I don't think he's that sentimental of a dude. It was not meant as like a sentimental gift or anything, and I don't think he's very sentimental about working where he works. But he just like said, take this. I was like, okay. I don't know why, and I don't know what to do with it now. That's making me feel weird. I don't know how to feel about that. And I think it was an upside down as well. I do not know. I'm not a doctor. I feel like I have to keep this now, but I need to stop saying that for everything. All right, more boxes, more things. Ooh. Joystick. This is a joystick I use, which is pretty good, except for actually on stream I showed y'all we had an issue where, was it the Z-axis? It was just kind of turning on its own, or was it rolling on its own? No, it was turning on its own, and I ended up disabling the axis just so I could just fly normally, and I rebound some things to make it easier to fly. Gosh, I got this ages ago, didn't I? I'm trying to remember when I bought this. It might have been like 2017. Holy crap, dude. That's been some time. I still have them. And this is where my question comes in. It's like, with something like this, do you hang on to this box and then pack the stuff away in the box when it's this big and separate of everything else? Because otherwise it goes in its own box and it's misshapen. So this is a keep just because I'm keeping the actual pieces, and they're not pieces that are inside another computer or tiny. So I keep my boxes. See, that's the thing. This is a box that I can understand keeping. Where it's like, if I have an extra box for like my current phone, I probably shouldn't keep that, you know? I think that's kind of where my brain is at. Everybody's liking my things. Liking and retweeting my things. Thanks, people. I love people. Memory Prism's been a chill bro. Alright, this guy's keep to pack. Yeah, that's just gonna go there for now. See, I've also not moved in 7 years. See, I want to get to that point. Life just hasn't been that easy. Well, it's not that life has been difficult, per se. I don't know, I've had it pretty good in general. I feel like I've had pretty good jobs. It's just like, I haven't been in a position to actually buy a house yet. And I've been in some pretty good spots, and we've been working through some things. But having lost a job, makes that more difficult. But where was I going? The difficulty comes in. One, we have to decide on where we want to plan our routes and stuff. And being near family is something we want to do, but our families live on opposite sides of the country. And I'm fine living with either family. I think we should just be near family. And so the plan right now is we're going to be living with my family, and then hopefully we want to move to be around my wife's family once we are able to purchase a home. But it's just saving the money because we have been living in really expensive places. And we have been paying off all sorts of debt, college and otherwise. And it's actually been going pretty well. But yeah, houses are nuts. And it's very difficult. And do mice normally crawl on walls? Sorry, I actually just looked at I was watching Oni while I was talking about this, and then one of the rats in the game literally just crawled up the side of the wall. How good are rats crawling up walls? Especially if they're like metal concrete or something like that. They're not spiders, man. Anyway, I just have a problem with getting rid of boxes. But if they're all in a computer, because like I'm gonna keep my PC boxes so I can move my PC, so it makes sense to hang on to the joystick ones. Things like the webcam and the microphone, I can just kind of wrap up and just put in a box together with other stuff. It's gonna be okay. I'm not that concerned. Not that concerned, I don't think. Okay, this. Oh gosh. This is a box that can probably just exist in the storage unit. Oh my goodness gracious. I should probably just burn these at a certain point, but at the same time, I actually feel bad about it. This is just all notes. Actually, I think I have notes from my ex in here as well, actually. But this is a bunch of notes from high school friends. People wrote me a lot of notes. People that were in my classes, people that were in other grades who just wanted to chat later. I got handed a lot of paper notes back then, dude. That's a ton. There's a lot of history in there, man. I don't even know. That seems some major major life events happened in there, or at least some random high school stuff going on that were funny. Ugh. Oh no, is this chapstick running out? No, it's not yet. Always get chapstick that's got a clear base. You can tell how much you got left, and that's a freaking feature that I love because I use way too much chapstick all the time. I don't know where this problem came from for me. I think it's a nervous tick, but I just need chapstick. I need to use chapstick. That and drinking water while streaming. Do it all the time. Can't help it. Ooh, that's good. Promise it's just water. Oh. Ooh. That tried to kill me, I think. Alright. Start making things more fun. The Photon 1350. That's my current power supply. Oh, let's see. Cables. Yeah, something like this, I almost semi want to keep, but at the same time, it's just a bunch of cables that I don't know that I'll use. I don't even think I can't remember if I had to remove a cable or add a cable, or mainly add a cable for when I put my 3070 in. Fit all these in the bag it comes with. I feel like I'm doing a lot down here, and I'm not really showing as much probably as I should be. But yeah, again, extra boxes that are not needed. All right, this box, or this little bag carrying bag that has just full of cables that connect to the power supply and to other equipment, I will tentatively hang on to. I set out to just get rid of it all. And what happened? What happened? All right. Also, I gotta reorganize my piles. These are really bad piles. These are gonna be generic boxes that might have a use later. Okay. DVDs lying around. Alright. Donate. That goes there just because I'm keeping that. This is trash. Alright. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It's gone forever now. What's this? Random things. Alright, here we go. What do we pull this time? Oh. Phone card stuff. Garbage. Tempered glass. More phone. Trash. Papers. They are about Costco. Motorola. This is for my Z3. This is for my previous phone. Actually, this is this phone. The one that I used to control the stream. I don't need a box for it. I could throw it in my pocket at any point. It's really not an issue. Anything interesting in here though? Some booklets. I should try and get a cell phone and then just immediately throw away the box after I get it and see how powerful I feel after that. Another one of those SIM card removers. One of these doohickeys that I'm uncomfortable to comment on. I don't know what it does. I don't know what this machine does. I did like this box though that it came in. It just looked like this different siding. It just kind of looked all fancy and stylish when it just goes. There you go. Don't need it. Chilling in my closet for a few years now. Rip Jaws. This might be my current things. Be inspired. Memory Prism, Kermit the Frog voice, clean your room, bucko. Yeah, no, 100%. I think this is a microfiber cloth my company gave me. But they fired me, so I don't care. Let's see, what's this? Oh, what's this? How you been, Memory Prism? What is new? I think we got some washers and rubber bands. I don't know what these go to. Oh, I do know what these go to. I think these are meant to... I think these were meant for my Yeti. So I use a Blue Yeti microphone. I'm good, man. Good to hear, my dude. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well. We're cleaning, we're cleansing my life. I think these go to the microphone. So I have it on an arm right now. It does come with a stand. I'm pretty sure these hook it into the stand. These I actually kind of would like to keep. This is a tiny sash that I bought with my poncho down in Mexico. So that completes the fit. Yeah, I can only so much weird computer stuff if you're into computers. So many bolts, screws, and washers, dude. 100%. 100%. No idea what they do. Yeah, no, it's bad. I worked in IT for a while, and I have acquired so much junk that I do not need. And it's fun to play around with, but, like, moving... my life will be easier if I just throw things away and buy things if I need them. Like I have a couple things I might keep for a project here or there. Like I have a Raspberry Pi 2. I'm gonna put that in storage and I'll come back to it. But like I'm probably not gonna use it in the next 6 months. It's just whatever. You'll never need a SATA cable again. Don't you lie to me. I'll always need a SATA cable. That's what my heart says. My heart says SATA cables are life, dude. I'm gonna look at this every day and say, that'll be useful one day. And it never is. It clearly never is. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I've never turned on my Raspberry Pi. Dude, I've not used my Raspberry Pi much. I need to use it more than I have. Raspberry Pi is really cool, but I just haven't had a project in ages. Alright, we're hanging on to this. I think the box for the Yeti's up here. Let's grab that. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Oh my gosh. I'm short though. Okay, wait. Oh, let's try this first. Here's the stand. The stand for the Yeti. What was that commercial? Was that a Pop-Tart commercial where they're like, listen to the Yeti? Can't remember what it was all about. Alright, yeah, we'll keep these. Oh, that gets keeped. Alright. I'm not a tall man, so don't laugh at me as I try and get things out of the closet. Yeah, it's really cool. I should have bought it with a project in mind instead of searching for a project. There's so many projects you can do, which is the cool thing about it, right? But it's like if you just get it to experiment, you're like, oh yeah, this is really cool. And then you just don't make anything out of it. I think there's a few different things I want to try doing. I know one of the cooler things is lots of people, I've seen lots of videos about doing like a interactive mirror and stuff or whatever. Like they basically like put a monitor or TV behind it and they're able to make a monitor that can have just weather or other silly information. Or there's a bunch of videos about it, so there's lots of cool things you can do. All right. I have to try and be tall. Believe in my tallness. Believe. Oh, I'm a little man. How did I get him up there? Oh my gosh. I'm actually gonna grab something. I need to grab something to like pull them down because I'm so tiny. I may not be a tall man, but I know what stilettos are. Alright. This and... Oh, that one's heavy. That's not moving. Alright. We'll get that other one in a minute. We'll get it in a minute. Alright. See, Memory Prism. I want to try a media server with it, like connected to a bunch of external storage. I believe my brother does that. No, he has a PC that he's using for that, and I think he made a VPN using his Raspberry Pi. I think that was the last thing he did with it. But yeah, for media storage, just like media server, it's an excellent idea. Alright, so this is the box to my Ryzen 7. I believe this is the... Yeah, this is the CPU I have in right now. I have, I think, zero need for this box. The box is its own experience because it's a giant cube. But it comes with a fan, which is why it's enormous. But I don't think there's anything in here. And I don't think I'm ever going to pull it out and carry it in here. Oh, I have an old fan in here. What? Don't put old things in the new things box, you know? Yeah, this is my old fan. This is a very old fan. This one actually I think clicks. I think clicks as it spins. It's not great. This should probably get machine recycled if I can find a place that does that. Cables. Well, nice all the time too. Oh, these powering fans, I'm guessing. Got a Pi running a DNS server called Pi-hole, blocks ads at the network level. That is nice. That's super good. Got a buddy that does that. Yeah, that's worthwhile. If you enjoy not paying creators, jerk. I'm not gonna split hairs at this point. I think I've used ad block stuff before, honestly. Like, that's a whole topic of conversation I don't want to get into, but let's see. I don't think I need these. I don't think I need these. I'm gonna keep them because I can't. They're really small and they'll fit in that one box. All right. So this is garbage. This is just illicit garbage. Trash. The Nook. What is it? Well, Twitch ad came through. It's more the annoying banner ads that it blocks. Yeah, the banner ads are terrible. Clicked on one of yours. Black opium sounds like a nice perfume. Black opium. It's amazing. All right. The Intel Nook. All sort of great and wonderful technology of PC in a square. It's great. I actually use it as a television. I just hook it up to a TV and we watch TV on it. This thing, box isn't really necessary. The thing is its own shape. It's tiny. It's not. I can probably just put it in another box on top of a thing and it'll be fine. It used to be used in internal missions. I thought it was ad missions. They probably didn't put the ad in there. My boss gave this to me because he didn't want to deal with it anymore. Because they would usually mount them to the back of a TV, and getting behind the TV to work on a machine that's not working is a pain. And so he gave it to me because he didn't want it anymore. He didn't want to deal with it anymore. And he just gave them a normal computer. Yeah, international admissions, they would get people to go to the school from other countries. Lots of people from all around the world came to that school. It's rather interesting. And they'd also do like mission trips and stuff and like do doctory things for impoverished places. It was really nice of them. It was a fun group to work with, especially since I spoke Spanish and they went to a lot of South American countries, so it was cool. Let's see. Did that have the Edison in it? Yeah, YouTube ads kind of getting out of hand. I miss the pre-Google days. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, so the pre-Google days and stuff, yeah, like, we just get hit with ads so much on the internet nowadays. We're looking at the Yeti case now. We finally got the Yeti box. It's another thing I'm not sure if I should keep or take, or just throw away and just pack up the actual microphone itself. But yeah, no, they did a lot of traveling and a lot of stuff, and I spoke Spanish with them because I speak Spanish. Where was he from? We had a native speaker. He was a really nice guy, really cool. I want to say he was from Mexico. There used to be like everything on YouTube. Yeah, I remember YouTube before commercials, and then I remember when they first added commercials. I found out very quickly that if you just go to the video and then you just hit refresh the moment you get there, it acted like you already played or watched an ad, and it was like, all right, you already watched it. Like, you gotta find all the little tricks you can, man, to get around the friggin' ads. There used to be everything on YouTube. Yeah, it was the Wild West back in the day. Yeah, dude, the Wild West is the best way to describe it, dude. That's the way I usually end up describing it. Alright. Yeti box, what do we say? Because the Yeti, gosh, and the arm. Do I need the arm? I don't think I need the arm. I don't need the arm. Maybe I should just get rid of the arm. The arm was cheap. The arm was rather cheap, not gonna lie. it creaks and stuff when you move it. I could get a new one. I can just put it on its base for now. Actually, where did I put those things? Oh, they're all right there. Okay. How does the... Oh, the microphone goes in on the base. Okay. That's how it all fits in. This we may want to keep. Crap. I don't want to keep things. I want to throw everything away. But at the very least, I can decide what's an immediate throwaway, and then we will work on throwing away other things. Maybe that I was like, we could save this. We'll do a second run through, obviously. Maybe not on stream, but in my real life. Just keeping up a chat. There used to be a trick of adding a period in the URL of the page. You could skip all the ads. It was some sort of issue with how the URL was resolved or something. Interesting, okay. I don't remember that one. I might have used it, but I don't remember it. I remember doing a lot to avoid ads back in the day. It was interesting how back in the day as well, like, when it came to making video content, or if it came to making music, or like, you know, just sharing your talents and stuff, like if you had like an ad deal, which wasn't a big thing back then, it was still, advertising on the internet was pretty, it was working its way in slowly. But the thing is that like, people who got famous, or at least, you know, started to make money for the stuff that they did online that people, you know, thought was just people having a fun time. They're always like, you're a sellout. Like, why did anyone get mad that people were making money just for doing something that you actually appreciate and put a lot of time into? Like, you can let people earn money. It's okay. Like, I don't want to get into a giant capitalism talk, because I don't know. I know a good amount, and also extremely not enough to talk about it. Jealousy. Yeah, no, jealousy is the main thing. Guess now it's the sponsored content. Yeah, exactly, sponsored content. I think, I don't think our systems are set up in a good way. I think they're pretty bad. But I think people should be able to make money. It's kind of how it is. Like, I mean, I don't like giant corporation stuff, and I definitely don't like how it's set up and running, but a long story and a lot of stuff to go over. How I'm even talking about it makes it sound like I probably think of things in a certain way, and I don't want to talk about my ideology because I don't think people would like me afterwards. The danger of conversation. Dude, conversations are dangerous. Yeah. What's the most controversial thing I could say right now? Ooh, what's a good one? All right, let's go down the list. Pineapple always on pizza. You can eat just a peanut butter sandwich and it's fantastic. White bread is great bread, but potato bread is probably the best. And you know what? Here's the thing. Not that I think that it was a great event, but the Great Depression created some of the best recipes there ever were out of desperation and necessity. Potato bread being one of them. Potato bread is fantastic. Eat potato bread. Dark mode should be standard and default. I've said this a million times on all of my social medias. The dark mode. Why does anyone want a white screen that burns your eyes and wastes your phone battery more? That's stupid. Stupid. Dark mode for days. My brother's right. Everyone should probably be using Linux, but we're all lazy and we suckle at the teat of Bill Gates. So I don't know. What else do I throw out there? Frickin' Bill Gates. Why am I doing this? Linux runs the world, man. It does. It honestly does. Sadly, it's just not for gaming currently, anyway. All right, let's get another box while I rant. Goodness gracious! Tell me your hot takes, people. Go. All right, I need to get that box. Here's another box. To get that box. There we go. There we go. Got it. Okay. Yeah, no, Bill Gates is a hack who wants to euthanize people. That's how I feel about it. Welcome to this conspiracy theory stream. My name is Rez, and I will be guiding you through a list of conspiracy theories. Not a fan of Bill Gates either. Yeah, I don't think he doesn't know anything about computers. I definitely kind of, not that I don't know, I don't think anybody's a good person. Everyone's terrible. You're all terrible. I hate y'all. No, Bill Gates has some weird stuff going on, man, and I don't think he's on the level about anything. Definitely stole all his ideas from Jobs and everybody else he worked with. That's what happens when when you have, parents who are either rich or powerful, and you make some good connections. You can do a lot with that. So, while remembering when Richard Stallman said of Steve Jobs, "I'm not glad he's dead, but I'm glad he's gone." Jeez, dude, that's rough, man. That's freaking rough. Oh, that's amazing and terrible. All right, we got box for the rip jaws, box for another fan. We got instructions for a fan, and then this manual for this MSI. What is it? Gaming Plus Max. I believe this is for my current motherboard. Which I don't need to keep any of this. This is all actually garbage. But I get nervous. Like, what if I want to sell my stuff? That's always the thought process. Just bad thoughts, not helping. Yeah, that sounds like a Stallman. I hadn't heard him say. Yeah, people are ruthless, man. That's true. Bill Gates, Microsoft made tech suck more. I mean, it's rough because we talk about, or at least people talk about this, like the free market's really important and capitalism's great and all that. But the problem is like we're always talking about how like monopolies are bad for things, but it's like we're literally creating monopolies all the time. Like basically, not like Linux does run the world, like and the Macintosh OS is just a version of Linux essentially. Like I think that like I kind of do like the way that Linux runs and how there's kind of a very libertarian kind of feel when it comes to Linux and stuff. Especially when my brother I went with my brother, who's in the chat. We went to a Linux fest once, and I kind of wanted to go again because there's a lot of interesting discussion there about a bunch of different things. Really, really fun. But everything is very like libertarian. Like everything's free or free. Not that libertarians want everything to be free, but essentially everything's open source. Like everyone can look at everything, and people can make additions if they need to. All sorts of stuff like that. It's really interesting to see that kind of thought process and methodology, and I would prefer that. Not that I'm a libertarian, but like I would prefer that idea of just everything being a little bit more open, and also there just being a lot more stuff other than just Windows is like everyone's primary general thing, because a lot of people don't like Windows. When I started programming, in my mind, it was this technology of liberation. I feel like people like Gates, Jobs, Zuck, etc. sort of turned tech into a system of control. Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Yeah, that's what drew me to Linux at first, too. Kids crying. Oh, good luck. Good luck, good luck. Genuine Linux chick. Yeah, no, yeah, Linux, dude, like, I want to learn more of it. My brother's always telling me I need to boot it up and learn Linux stuff. I looked at dabbled in it a little bit, but I haven't really. I feel major imposter syndrome. So I am a computer science major. Went to a liberal arts college where they had computer science, and I am one of the few people who will have a Bachelor of Arts in computer science. Just weird to hear. But I was an okay student for a while, and then I had some major stuff go on that I won't talk about in my life. I don't think I want to talk about that on stream, at least not now. Not that it's like something that's fresh, it's just something that I don't feel like I need to bring up. But I had some major life stuff go down, and then programming got difficult for me. Like learning computer stuff got difficult for some reason, and like I was stressed way more all the time, and I didn't do well in school for a while. And so I have serious issues when I program. I enjoy programming for fun when I did do it, and I kind of want to go back to it. But like when it comes to the idea of actually like doing, if like to do, I guess like bigger level stuff, like if I were to do software development for a job, I think it would stress me out way too much. I feel like I'd be way too self-conscious about how I worked on things. I have a Linux partition on my HDD. Yeah, my brother's all Linux right now. I think I had a machine with Linux. I have a machine with a Linux partition on it. I haven't booted up in some time though. Interesting. I studied art law. I taught myself to program after I got out of school. I suffer from that imposter syndrome too. It's tough, dude. And it's weird because I feel like it's a certain point. Like I learned a lot of things in computer science, and I was really excited about it and really loving it, enjoying it. And then it just started to get complicated, and I felt like I just started to fall behind, and I just felt like it started to just become so much so fast. I just wasn't sure what to do with it. Anyway, we're throwing away this box because I have a Seagate drive. This is, I think it was 8 terabytes? This is 8 terabytes. And this is where I keep all our videos, dude. This is, everything is located on this sucker. And I don't want to keep this box. I hate keeping boxes. I'm actually better about being sad or mad about keeping boxes. Normally I'm sad about it. Or not sad, skeptical more so. But yeah, keeping myself like ready and raring to go, and like, or just keeping myself like in check when like other people are looking at my code and doing stuff is like hard. I would just get really concerned about what people thought. I just had way too many issues. I think I have a lot of those issues for some reason, and it's weird because I've gone through lots of phases in my life. Let's get another box and talk about this as we go. Or a few boxes. Oh my goodness. A few boxes. A lot of the same box. Yep, well, whenever I gotta do a PR, I feel that anxiety. Exactly, like, seriously, when people are reviewing your stuff, it's hard in general. But I have gone through so many, I guess, so many different, like, what's the word? I'm trying to think of 3 different words, like, at the same time, it feels like. Gone through different, like, eras in my life or time. Ooh, storm's coming. If power goes out, I'm sorry. Multiple times in my life where I feel like I have been very different. There have been times where it's like completely, like in the 6th grade, I stopped doing homework due to the fact that I was self-conscious about homework. I just felt self-conscious about someone reading anything I wrote. I actually stopped doing my homework in the 6th grade. 100%. And I don't talk about that. I don't talk about that with anybody. I don't really mention it a lot. I think I mentioned it to my wife, and I think it was the only person I've ever talked to about it before, was that I just stopped doing homework because I just didn't want people to read anything I did. And then when I got to high school, I started to stop caring, and then I became overpowered. Like I started doing way better in school. I started doing theater and stuff. I did way more stuff. Went over the top, and I kept doing that through college. And then I went to Mexico for a couple of years, learned Spanish, was talking with all sorts of people, very outgoing. And then just another, chapter of my life started, and I just started to kind of clam down a little bit more. Some different things came up, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't feel like I can interact with people as much as I used to. I feel like I need to take it back just a little bit. Yeah, no, sometimes you just go through those cycles in your life, and it's just weird. I feel like I'm such a different person. Like, I've grown as a person through the whole thing. Did y'all hear that? Yeah, I had to have heard that. Dude, yeah, if the power goes out, I might die. But you heard it here first. Alright. Let me catch up a chat here. Let's see, I read that. I don't know, I feel the only way I'll break that trend is doing a bit more programming for myself, thinking about an NFT project. Interesting. No, that would be cool. I want to know more about NFTs. I know a lot of people don't think that they're a good thing. Some people dislike the idea of them. I don't think they harm the environment like people say they would. You would have to do it on an absurd scale, I think, to actually find a way to harm the environment. Personally, I'm not sure. But yeah, I've heard a lot about NFTs, and I think there's uses for them for sure. But that sounds interesting. I wanted to learn more about them, to be honest. See, that fear of failure is hard, dude. Yeah, no, it's super hard. Lightning and thunder, dude, it's crazy. Doing a lot of art, writing stuff on my own, that helps a lot. Yeah, no, I've done some writing in the past. I kind of want to do more. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do. I share that a lot. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I need to share more of my work, and I like streaming, dude. Streaming has been so much fun. I've met so many people, and I've had way more like success, quote unquote, to it than I ever expected, and I love it. Doing streaming's fantastic. And I'm just hoping the power doesn't go out. All right, I got 4 controllers from some Chinese company because I needed them because my in-laws were coming over, and most of them are young, and I needed them to have controllers so that they could play games because I'm the cool uncle that or brother-in-law that lets them play the games. Right? Well, yeah, dude. Yeah, this house is coming down today apparently. Yeah, we needed Chinese controllers. So the Chinese controllers, most important. Yeah, lots of boxes. All right. Everyone should have their unabridged copy of Les Mis 2 out. Or Les Mis 2. Les Mis. I was thinking about the stupid joke that I heard before about Les Mis 2, but there's no Les Mis 2. Get your book of Les Mis out. We're reading chapter 1. I hope everyone's ready. This is my favorite part. Starts out with the bishop. It's a good time. This is in my closet. With all my tech stuff. I love Victor Hugo, okay? You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Les Miserables 2 is still Miserables. Wasn't sure it was actually a book. Thought it was just a play. Yeah, no, it's a book. So it started as a book by Victor Hugo, who's, you know, generally a contemporary at the time. The first book is named Fantine, even though it talks about Monsieur Charles Francois Bonneville Myriel, who is the Bishop of Dingue, or whatever. So yeah, it was initially a book, and then was adapted into stage play, musical theater, production, and then a movie with Liam Neeson, and then a movie that was also a musical. And then, yeah, it's been a lot. But you know what? We can make so much money off the suffering of the French. It's great. It's fantastic. And if you want my honesty, I kind of support the French monarchy. Gonna say it. I think they should have kept their heads. Call me a monarchist. There's a reason monarchies worked. That's a reason. It's the reason we had them for so long. Well, it's what we have now. We just give people the illusion that we vote for people. Come on. Wake up. All right. The 3070. I don't think I'm selling it. You do have interesting politics. Dude, the monarchy I think is actually can be a good thing. Obviously, people can go out of check. And obviously with monarchies, there's lots of backstabbing, family politics, other issues. But at least you knew that the person was from that country. You knew that they cared about that country, generally. You knew that they would come from a family that, you know, if they weren't supporting the country or doing what was right for the country, they would probably get dethroned. And generally, you would put in a family that would actually do the job right and then keep that tradition, was usually the ideal. Ideally, your monarch would be fully invested in the state, the primary stakeholder. Exactly. Because if the people are doing poorly, you're going to do poorly. The only reason they have a lot of cushy stuff is because the fact that they need to not have to think about, in my opinion, they need to not have to think about the worldly problems. I like the Chinese way of the mandate of heaven. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the royal us, or the royal we. The monarch was supposed to be under God. He was doing God's will for the country of whoever. All right. This is in my computer. I don't think I plan to sell it. I may as well run it into the ground or until I drop it somehow and it breaks. I think we're throwing this out because I don't care. I don't think it has anything in it that's useful. I don't think I needed to buy a 3070, but I did. I was stupid. I was young and naive. By young and naive, I mean 6 months ago. Yeah, I don't. These cards are huge, but I don't see myself doing anything with it. Got a 3072. Excellent. Yeah, 3070, they're really good. I really don't need this much graphical power, I don't think, but it's nice to have. I don't know. It does make things really pretty. And recently, I haven't really been doing much like 4K stuff. I've just been doing like 2K 60 frame, or at least 60 frames a second. But like, I've been bumping it up because I have a 2K monitor that runs at 144 refresh rate or whatever. It's been working. It's been nice. I've been liking it. All right, so that's getting thrown. I have so many board games I need to pack. I have too much stuff. I'm a nerd, dude. I think if I had to put it all into like a single thing, I enjoy. Actually, if you want me to boil it down, what board games do you play? Oh, a lot. All right, the board games that I currently own. I play lots of board games, but the board games I currently own. Catan. Catan's an essential, I guess. Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders is a fantastic game. We have the expansion, one of the expansions for it as well. It's a very fun game. I love that one. Play Root and Oath by Letter Games. Mostly interesting. I haven't heard of Root. I want to say I've heard of Oath. But I don't think I've heard of Root before. I'll have to look this up. I'm down to look this up. I like Plaid Hat games. So I really like Dead of Winter. Dead of Winter is fantastic. Also, we have City of Remnants. I actually really enjoy City of Remnants. City of Remnants is kind of one of their like less known or less popular games. Really like City of Remnants. I think it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like it's almost like if you mix Risk to a degree. You mix Risk with a deck builder and like a management sim. It's really interesting. City of Remnants is basically about you play a gang in a city that is basically a refugee city for, you know, intergalactic aliens and stuff. So it's essentially humans and 3 other alien races have been just beaten in a war by a fifth party alien race, and they're all stuck in this city, and they're trying to basically, you know, be the best race or best group of gang they can be in this, you know, terrible city, right? And the idea is to, you know, become criminal mafia boss of the underworld on this planet. And you basically build your gang, and you can recruit all sorts of aliens and whoever. You recruit people, you can buy equipment and stuff, and then you build locations, you build developments, and those places can give you certain bonuses, and you can also produce, essentially you can produce drugs or counterfeit money and sell it off and make more money, and it's a fun time. But you do gang battles essentially, and it has some similarities to Risk with, you know, kind of movement of pieces and stuff, but the majority of the battle stuff is tallied up by your cards, and each plastic piece technically is representative of a card of a person in your gang. And if you lose a fight, one of those cards has to get killed, and so like one of the dudes is actually dead, and so it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. And then I don't have this game, but Arkham Horror is one of my favorites. Me and my friends love Arkham Horror. See, I have Forbidden Island. I think we have First Martians. We haven't played that one yet, but it's about colonizing Mars. We got... Oh, what else we got? We got a few things. Very neat. Those are all cool sounding games. Yeah, no, we have a lot of fun ones. There's something else in there. Dead of Winter is a good time, though. I play Colonizing Mars. Oh, you play Colonizing Mars. We haven't played it yet. We need to. How do you like it? Is it good? Let's keep watching Oni videos by me. Get to the gameplay, Rez. Get to the gameplay. You were fighting Barabbas. Do it. Alright. Yeah, Colonizing Mars. I want to play that one. Because it's got like a storyline to it. And I like games that kind of do that. It wasn't my style. That's fair. It looks interesting. It looks very like... It doesn't look... It looks like you're actually doing the job. You know? It's like if you were to... My favorite types of games are sort of grand strategy games. Okay, no, that's cool. No, I dig that. But yeah, no, it's as if like... It's like there's a difference between doing delivery missions in GTA and playing like Euro Truck Simulator. You know? Like Euro Truck Simulator or like American Truck Simulator, you're trying to be as much of a trucker as possible. Where if you're doing some side mission in GTA, it's like, all right, you're gonna deliver this stuff and see how many people you don't run over so you don't get the cops on you and all this other, like, absurdity, right? And so Colonizing Mars is definitely like this is set in the future, but this is like real. Like, you know, you need to make sure the oxygen tanks are full kind of thing. And it's like, oh, is there some deadly alien? No, we got a flat tire in the rover. Could you fix it? Can you do that for us? Like, which is fine. I find enjoyment through all sorts of things. And it might be fun, it might not be. And again, like it's again, not everything's for everyone, but yeah, that's that's kind of the difference. Is the difference between living the fantasy and not having to deal with like the monotonous stuff, which is why I think most people didn't like the Last Jedi, or yeah, the Last Jedi, because the initial premise was, or like Star Wars has always been sci-fi fantasy. It's literally Lord of the Rings. We're gonna go destroy the evil. We're gonna fight against the people who are trying to keep us down, kind of stuff, right? Um, and the problems are always like, oh, we lost a friend, or this place was destroyed, or there's too many of the enemy. And the Last Jedi said, what is our initial problem? And they went, we're out of gas. And suddenly the Walking Dead theme plays. And you're like, what? They're like, oh, we need gas. And then the next problem's gonna be like, crap, I can't find the keys to the Corellian cruiser. Gah. Did you check your pockets, Lando? Ugh. Like, it was like, can you take the biggest, grandest problem and then be like, we're out of freaking gas, dude? I got a flat on the on the ATST. How do you get a flat foot? That's literally what the movie was, or at least like the initial 10 minutes is like, we're out of gas. And I'm like, why? Why did you not fuel up before you blew up their giant station? What, you didn't think you were gonna have to move? Like, goodness gracious. Yeah, true. I gotta say, I didn't like The Last Jedi all that much. The sacred Jedi text. The sacred texts. The only thing good about the sacred text line was a meme I saw with that, that screen cap of Luke. And all it said was, every time I throw away the directions to my frozen food early, because I do that all the time. Just like, oh, I'm just throwing this thing in the microwave, throw it away. And then I'm like, but how long does it need to be cooked for? Crap. The sacred text. Every time. The memes about it were great. Yeah, no, the memes, fantastic, dude. As long as something can be memed, it has some value, I believe. But yeah, no, The Last Jedi, I could go on about it. I don't mind that some people enjoy it. I think people should enjoy things if they enjoy things. But man, there were so many things that I guess you could call plot holes, but even the main problem is that they didn't have the same director throughout, and there was no actual vision. No one actually wrote down what they wanted to do from A to B. It was just make Star Wars and make Disney money, and then it kind of did. I don't know. You can always sell toys, man. Let's go to Canto Bite. Canto Bite hype. All right. This is another box that's gonna be useful because we do still have a PS4, and we need to keep it and travel with it safely, so that's a keeper. I need to get more water, guys. Oh my goodness. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put up a break screen real quick. Oh gosh, we'll read Memory Prism first. While I worked at a place, myself and two other software guys were trashing the movie over lunch. After lunch, we got pulled into a meeting with our HR rep about how important that movie was for some. No, you did not. How important that movie was for some people, and we weren't allowed to talk it. All right, what part was important for people? Was it the Force Broom baby? Was it the Force Broom boy? Did he really make an impact? There's a lot of things that were rough in that movie. I think it's funny that the movie felt like, and no shade to Rian Johnson, because Rian Johnson makes good movies that Rian Johnson knows. Rian Johnson didn't know Star Wars, and he was doing his own thing with Star Wars, which is fine if you're given your own Star Wars movie. Rian Johnson was given the middle film of a trilogy, so that's real rough. Yeah, he's a good director. I agree. I agree he's a completely good director. He just didn't know Star Wars, and he even admitted it afterwards. He's like, I really don't know Star Wars, and I think people's concerns are valid, or their critiques. But what was it? Not about Rian Johnson. Oh, they were tracking the rebels. How are they tracking the rebels? They made it sound like there was what was it? I forget actually what it was. But I remember Leia has she has a locator on her, and I'm like, they're literally following Leia's thing, and it turned out to not be that. We were like, oh, there has to be a spy in the ranks, and it didn't turn out to be that. And they made so many things look like that. Like they made it look like Holdo was possibly a spy. There was like hints dropped that there could be something interesting going on, and it just turned out to be bland and boring. It was really bad. And not even mention they wasted Captain Phasma, and not the wasted her in a bad way, if you know what I mean. If I had to do Star Wars, I'd love to mess with the fans. TBH, John Boyega did that a lot. Very funny. I think the one thing that could have been interesting with what Rian Johnson did, but J.J. Abrams did not do anything fun with it. And I think J.J. Abrams did an okay job with The Force Awakens, because everyone craps on it being the same as A New Hope, which I think is fine. I think it was fine to start things off in a very familiar yet slightly different way. Definitely shows a history repeats itself kind of thing, at least, in universe. But I think it was dumb that he didn't try at least to make something good with what Rian Johnson did. Because I think the cool thing that Rian Johnson did was that, spoiler alert, the show said that ages ago, but who cares? Rey goes into her version of the cave and sees, what does she see? She sees herself. She sees multiple layers of herself, as if she has a mirror in front of her and behind her. And she does this whole thing where she snaps, and it's starts here and goes through the line. It sounds really cool, and it looked really cool. And I think this was the perfect time for them to do something story-wise with that. And it really just kind of turned out to be like oh, well, that was funny, wasn't it? She went into a dark side cave and she just saw herself, a bunch of herself. But it could have been a really interesting time to kind of do the chosen one of the Force is actually I guess the Avatar, if you will. It's just the person that is reincarnated every so often when a powerful Force user is needed to set things straight, or I don't know what. We never know what the prophecy is from the prequel, so nothing matters. But the actual that actual scene in my mind kind of made that an idea that she had multiple lives before and will have after. So it was the idea that she is Anakin Skywalker incarnate, and there could have been an interesting dichotomy with the fact that Kylo Ren or Ben Solo or whatever you want to call him was trying to be Anakin Skywalker. They were related, sure, but he was trying to be him through action, whereas Rey was actually him in a reincarnated state. And there could have been a lot of fun things with that, but it's J.J. Abrams was like, no, we need to ask more questions. Bring in Lando Calrissian. Have Wedge Antilles there for 2 minutes. And then we need to make sure that every Star Destroyer is equivalent to a Death Star. And we need horses on top of them. Get them in there. I don't understand. Would have been really cool to do something like that. I agree. It would have been, it was my thing. But yeah, no, I think me and my brother talked about this a lot, but it's like a fan service, right? It felt really... Also, I love that it takes 10 minutes for the rest of the... Oh, we got Lando! Yeah, exactly. We got Lando up in here. Freaking Wedge Antilles. He was there for a minute. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't seen The Rise of Skywalker since the first time I saw it, and I don't know that I could sit... It's really long, and it's really drawn out, and they introduce more characters. And that's not something you should really do in the final movie of a trilogy that's already bloated and retarded. Bad, excuse me, sorry. Old 90s habits really die hard, excuse me. Did you watch the new Matrix movie? I have not. I won't lie to you. I've only seen the first 2 Matrix movies. Never saw the third one, and I think it's been spoiled for me, but I can't remember what the spoilers were, so I haven't seen the third one nor the new one. I liked that it played with people's expectations around nostalgia. I think that's fair. I don't mind subversions, especially when everything is the same over and over again. I agree with that. All right. Water. I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave it up. Thought that it was cool. Wish they did that bit for Star Wars. Yeah, me too, honestly, for real. We got more water because I can't can't hate on the entire new trilogy of Star Wars. Apparently, without drying out my throat entirely. Whew. Okay. Oof. Oof. All right. Anybody doing anything on the Discords? No. Okay. Had some more notificaciones. All right, we're good. Okay, next box. All right. Now, some of the boxes I'm looking at are boxes for monitors. Now, so I'll show you, I guess, again. I'll show you the closet here. So we still have, obviously, what do you call those? It's not a giant Tupperware. It's it's one of those tubs, well, you know, kind of plastic tubs, multiple boxes. Up top, we just have, those are the two boxes for the blah 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 blah. They're the boxes for the desktops, the towers, and then so everything up top is now done. So that's fantastic. Hey man, I got a piece actually. Time to help my GF move. Good luck. Moving sucks. That's why I'm doing this right now. Thanks for chilling, Memory Prism. Love you, my dude. Hope you have a fantastic night. Good luck with moving. Moving's always a good time. It's my favorite. I move like every 2 years. I want to stop doing that. But good luck, man. Thanks so much. You too, man. Thank you. Love you, dude. All right. But like I was saying, got those desktop boxes up there. Probably leave them there for now because I'm not moving all this as we stream. But we do have a handful or a few boxes that are monitor boxes. So monitor here, another one there. The ones behind me are, I think, are all but gonna be trashed. Yeah, all these are gonna be trashed. So I guess dealing with everything on top of it's the problem. I don't want to. Here we go. All right. Oh gosh. There's so much herb. Alright, we can clean our dust for days. Got so much of this. Oh, I'm feeling the stress. Alright, small stuff. Here's that's the cable I want to use. That's gonna get saved. Holy papers, Batman, what's all this? Okay. Let's see, we got a bunch of random stuff here. We got, this is a joke box actually. This is a joke, a box that you're supposed to put a gift in, and the joke is that the earwax helmet is the gift. That needs to get regifted to somebody. Oh my gosh, this is another. Got a bunch of instructions to build these little toy cars. I forget who gave these to us, but I can't be asked to hang on every knickknack. The Moto G Play. This is our current cell phone I use for actual cell phone things. And it works really well. I actually really like it. The Motos have fantastic batteries. So the Moto G3, the G3 had a detachable external battery. Tossing it. I can show you real quick. So basically, here's the touch portal. It had a battery. You just kind of can peel it off, so you can see it's all reflecting on the back. Just this little guy kind of hooks up on the little metal there, and gave you a ton extra battery life, right? And it just kind of magnets on, connects, and you have way more battery life. It's really nice. The new ones are kind of just built in, and they just last really, really long. And I really, really like it. It is quite good, quite good. An invoice, central computer. This is me buying my 3070. Cool, but not necessary to keep. We have lots more printer paper. A little bent though. I don't know if we can use this, but cycle it or do something with it. Alright, so that's those. I think the thing that I don't like about this the most is getting up. Getting up is terrible. And I'm watching myself play Oni, and that looks like fun. And I'm not doing that. It's terrible. let's see. Maybe I need to move this Oculus box because it's getting in my way. Don't look at my butt. It's not for sale. It's not yours. Get your own. Okay. So this is, I will start out by saying I'm not a weeb. This was gifted to me because my in-laws asked if I knew what it was. So my in-laws got a lot of stuff. Frankly, they got a lot of like knives and stuff. They had a lot of weaponry that this dude is getting rid of. I think it was a family member there. There's a guy who's getting rid of a lot of stuff. And I have a handful of knives from them. A lot of good ones, cool ones, useful ones, and like a machete. A lot of good stuff. And the guy just had a lot of stuff he was getting rid of, and this was one of them, I imagine. And they asked if I knew what it was, and I said yes. And so they also gave this to me because it was Christmas, and they're just in the habit of giving stuff out. But they literally, whoever this dude was, literally had a handmade, very, you know, kind of poorly sewn on, a handmade hood with the Scout Regiment logo from frickin' Attack on Titan. I watch Attack on Titan. I like Attack on Titan. I think Attack on Titan's good. I don't watch that much anime though. My wife always jokes that I'm a weeb, and I do not agree to that. I kind of disagree with that. Also, this thing is very, I don't know what to do with it, and I don't know if my wife will jokingly be sad if I get rid of this. To be honest, this is not exactly something I want to keep. Who would wear that in real life? Would you wear that in public? Alone? In the woods? In the trees? As they do in the show? Whenever you watch bits of my stream, I start to remember things. I feel like I lose. Not right here. Actually, no, I fall in the goop, don't I? I do something wrong. I think I die and have to redo the lobby over again. I forget what happens, though. Something goes wrong. I have a memory. Oh, but that man got running lariat. You got hit? You got hit? Alright. More junk. This is the current monitor that Oni's playing on. Too many boxes, kids. Too many boxes. Oh my goodness. We got a tray for a desktop tower, essentially. This could still be useful. Don't know if I'll keep it. Don't know how I'll get rid of it either, though, so that's the problem. Put it on the slight keep side. Another VCOM bag. I don't know what's in this one. A lot of things. Oh, this is like... Well, more VCOM bags inside the VCOM bag. Oh, these are some of my desk toy stuff. This is the cube for my little cube bot. Or the box for the little cube bot. He was chilling on my desk. I don't know where he is. He might have walked away. This yo-yo from Southern Refrigeration Corporation. Who the frick is this company? Why did I get all this junk from them? I don't think I ever learned to use a yo-yo, guys. I was not good at yo-yos. So you can see, I guess. This is not gonna be impressive, I promise. Oh, it worked. Oh shoot, okay, I did it. Hold on. Oh crap. Oh man, is this what the 90s is about? Oh, I jumped for that one. Oh, I'm pulling too hard. No! I was never good with yo-yos. As a kid, I could never get it. But I was like 5 and impatient, so I never really understood yo-yos. It really kind of does the work for you if you let it. Wow. I've never had a good experience with the yo-yo, I'm not gonna lie. I was always really bad at it. I don't need a yo-yo though. If I really need a yo-yo, I can get one that's not from Southern Refrigeration Co. This could fit in the box of mementos though, of all their paraphernalia thrown away. Maybe I should keep the yo-yo. One more time. This is not a yo-yo stream, my kids. Yo-yo stream. Yo-yo stream. Yeah, something's wiggling in there. Something's broken. Maybe it's one of the lights. The lights do light up when it goes down. That's pretty nice. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's jiggling in there. Oh, the plastic piece fell out. Not sure what it was supporting. Alright. Yo-yos aren't so bad, I take it back. Yo-yos are fun. I was never good at it. I was always very bitter about that. I was never good at yo-yos. Doesn't come up all the way. I don't know maybe if this one's not 100% good or if I'm just 100% bad. Probably the latter. Probably the latter. One more time. Oh, that's cool. You even touched the floor and it was fine. Oh, it's fun. Gosh. We're gonna bring back yo-yos, guys. It's about high time. People who do tricks with yo-yos are weirdly the coolest people in the world. I don't understand. Because when you see someone just generally playing around with a yo-yo in this day and age, you're like, wow, what a dork. But then when they're doing like really cool and awesome tricks, you're like, wow, that guy's cool. It changes on a dime, let me tell you. I feel like I had to redo this part. Oh, I don't think it actually saves between... Yeah, it doesn't save after you go over this bridge. We're talking about the Oni gameplay, by the way. I think if you die in the next room, you still have to redo the whole lobby. Which is hilarious and sad at the same time. As it was with me. Alright, more things. There's a lot of stuff that falls down. That's an entire power supply. Alright, let's start with the interesting one. This is a power supply that started heating or smoking and making weird sounds, weird smells. I don't know why I still have it. This is my first power supply, actually. It was really good to me. It lasted for a while. 4 years, at least. 4 to 5. But, garbage now, and I probably should have gotten rid of it then if I could have. But hey. A random Ethernet cable. I'm probably going to be storing like a couple Ethernet cables and hanging on to the one that's already in my computers. I don't think I need a new one. I can probably trash this. But it feels useful. It could be useful. Alright, I got some manuals for things, like a frickin' whiteboard from Staples. Junk. We'll put this in tech junk for now. Oh yeah, I literally just went in the goop on the game. Dang it. This is a second yo-yo? This is a second yo-yo, dude. What am I gonna do with a second yo-yo? Alright, well, that's that. I'll just go in there. I don't need this bag. I don't wanna hang on to random stuff, so I might just huck this as well. Cause it's great and all. I kinda like keeping mementos from things, but I can't keep everything. I don't subscribe to a minimalist lifestyle, because I know a lot of people nowadays talk about that stuff, but being minimalist is really expensive, ironically. People are just trying to cut down on everything. Doesn't make much sense to me. But I like hanging on to things that are useful, or things that I think will be useful. And if something is, because I can be a very sentimental person about things that I put like personal energy into or emotion into. But it's just like that's a bag with a name of a place on it that I worked at, and I shouldn't be attached to it. So I'm not gonna be, I think is the idea. But it's still weird. With the Chroma keyboard we're currently using. And this is fabric transfers and greeting cards. What is this? We use these for something. These I might hand over to my wife and ask, hey, do we need these? Keyboard. I think this is another instance of a box I'll travel with, so hang on to it, I guess. This is going both better and worse than I expected. Box for the monitor is getting thrown away. That is for the middle one. It is getting hucked. The other two I don't believe have their own boxes. Those were also taken from my previous job. Let's see. Leave this in there, leave that in there. Alright. Switch boxes. I got a light and I got my wife the whole one. I think I at the very least throw this out. I don't think there's anything in here that I could possibly need. Even in my own paranoid mind, I can't think of anything I would possibly need in this box. I don't plan on reselling it. I'll run it into the ground. If I want to sell it, I'll give it to some kid for $50 when it's old and dilapidated. It has Joy-Con drift. Never experienced Joy-Con drift on any of the frickin' Nintendo Switches I've played with. And I feel like people say it's happened so much, and I almost don't want to believe it, because like I played a few different Switch or used Joy-Cons with my friends, used my own and my wife's, and just no problems. Alright, the Nintendo Switch box for my wife. This one has a little bit more possible reasoning to keep. We have a case for her stuff, which holds everything except for the base. So maybe we'll hang on to this for a minute, and we'll discuss that later. Because, yeah, I think the only thing I'm keeping boxes of are things that are literally going to be out and about, and I don't want to get jostled or destroyed. Which makes sense. It makes perfect sense. I'm normal, I promise. Oh my goodness. That was all this junk. This is random stuff we can throw out. That's what this is. Alright. I see. Alright, here is a fidget spinner I made myself. This came in some sort of kit of some toy making thing. It looks like it probably came with like a Happy Meal, like you put stickers on it and stuff. I don't know. This is going in the trash. That's what I know. This thing. Oh, these are extra connectors for the string light, or I don't call them string lights. What do you call them? The LED lights that we have in the background. I guess I can keep these. I don't know if I'm gonna hang on to these lights forever though, so I'm gonna throw them near the lights, but I might just get new lights. I don't even think I'm gonna. So I'm gonna stream in Massachusetts. I think that is the plan. I don't want to stop doing this, but I think I'm not gonna bring the sign. I don't think. I think that's gonna go in storage. I don't think I really need. Oh, all this soundproofing. Need to get rid of all the soundproofing too. I don't want to move it. I think I'm just gonna throw it all away. I have some soundproofing up. I mean, it's very cheaply done by me. Put stuff in the corners and then up here on the wall and then over here in the corner just to catch the sound. Definitely helped with the echo in the room, for sure. Helped a lot. It was night and day for me, and I loved it. But yeah, I don't know, because I mean, I talk about this because I'm holding little sticker things I used to stick them up. I think it was like the double-sided tape kind of stuff. And yeah, like they weren't that expensive. And I don't know that I feel like putting them, I don't know, like reusing them and all that. I don't know. I imagine in my mind it probably just makes more sense to just throw it out and start again. Instructions for putting up your padding. Exciting. It's not. Alright. Photo card pack from HP. Oh goodness, is this photo paper? Seems like that with all the other papers. Actually, got this box. I hate printers. Like, I'm done with printers and paper. I mean, I like photos, but I'll go to a store or something to get them printed. I don't wanna have my own printer paper silliness. I don't need it. Definitely don't need it. All right. I think it's time for the big box. I think. Let's see. These. Ugh. The sign given to me by the in-laws. We'll probably put this in the box and put it in storage. This guy, these are little cubby holders for this thing back here. I just use them to kind of design the space since I didn't really need these. Imagine we're going to donate these or something because we don't need them at all. I don't really have a donate pile. But they're going away. Old fake mustache that has previously lost its stick. I look better with my half red beard. Trace, and then books that are already causing me stress because of how heavy they are. Goodness gracious. Network Plus prep course. This is a course I took while at my IT job because me and some other fellow IT people were like, we're gonna get some certs. I don't think we ever got those certs. Or I didn't anyway. So I got a new job that paid me more money and I moved. That's what I'm doing again. I gotta stop this cycle of getting a new job and moving. I just need to stick with this job, which I want to do. Gonna keep doing this job. I'm gonna buy a house. And then I might be like a potato farmer. I don't know. I think that's kind of what I want. I just want to be able to buy a house and then not be so connected to everything. I like technology generally, but there's a lot of days I don't feel like it can be redeemed. I feel like technology in general is a net negative. And it, like, I don't know, like, I mean, we've extended human life, we've increased communication, we've, increased, I guess, quality of life with lots of things, but there are times where it's just like, I feel like it's helped a lot of people, but it's also like destroying a lot of people mentally. It's taking its toll, essentially. It's taking its toll on people. People are getting wiped out. All right, these books are filled with useful knowledge that I would like to hang on to, I think. So I think I will. These will make a good base at the bottom of the box. Oh, that was loud. All right. I'm avoiding this one box. I don't want to do it. We're going to have to do it. All right, let's pull these out. Now, I think I'm gonna. There's so many cables. All right, hold on. And my Mac is in here. Is there anything I don't want to keep from here? I think it's actually gonna stay in the box, and the whole box is getting donated because there's a million cables in here right now that I don't need. All right, so let's start first with my Macintosh, which is currently considered an IED because the battery has inflated to the point where it's pushing up the bottom of the computer. I think that's actually dangerous. I should probably bite into it and see what it does, right? That's what they tell you to do for safety? Yeah, this thing's not safe, probably. I should get that checked out. Probably at a hospital, preferably sooner than later. I got nervous actually just dropping it an inch. That was terrifying. Alright. Ooh, this could actually be useful. This is a little Macintosh keyboard. Oof. I like those little key, it's like, it's kind of tickly, you know? It's not the big, like, not that big kind of clunks, but it's just the, ooh, I like it. Not my usual, but nice. All right. Let's see if we can hang on to that. All right. We got a sound bar for one of the monitors behind me. Garbage. We got, oh my gosh, this is gonna be impossible to get into. This computer here, as you will notice, it says LH2 Computer 2. The LH stands for lecture hall. There were 2 PCs in both our lecture halls, and that was one they were getting rid of. My boss said, "Hey, you want this?" I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And I did some things. That's what the other computer over here. I think I can't remember which lecture hall that one is. Might be lecture hall 2, computer 1. Can't remember, but that's what I used to run this, run the monitor setup, which I think we're saying goodbye to. I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. I wanted to do more with it, but I haven't found the time. And it was kind of low on the rungs of things to do. It wasn't that important for the stream. If I ever decide to pick it back up, I will. VGA adapters. Oh yeah, VGAs to VGA adapters to be DisplayPort. Ethernet cables. I have Ethernet cables for days in here, dude. I think most of these kind of amount to some Christmas lights. Oh wow. Most of these account for just like Ethernet and DisplayPort cables in general. I think all of this can get donated. I might take these Christmas lights out though. Hold on. I think it's a very short line of them. Like, very short. Yeah. This is the entire thing of it. It's very short. I don't know why it's so short, but we found it. I use it for some reason. I can't remember why. We used it for a minute at my house. Alright. Lots of cables, none of which are interesting. Oh, here's a USB extender, a very short one. My old friend Al would love this thing. He loves USB extenders. I don't know how well this one works. This might be an old USB one too. I don't even know. Alright. Okay, that's this old speaker. My wife and I used this for a while before we got like an actual normal human Bluetooth one. We used this old thing. We'd hook it into everything. It was really nice because it was free. I use a lot of things because they're free. I'll let you know. I'll have you know. I'm a cheapskate. It's kind of true. Oh, here's some, oh no, some of those fell, didn't they? Oh no! Some, analog stick covers. My flashlight on here, try and save some of them. There's that. Oh my gosh, there's so many cables, dude. None of which are necessary to my life. Like, none. Oh, that storm is still going on outside, man. Let's see. Headphones. Power cable to something. There's another one. Alright, I think that was all the ones we missed. In case I ever decide to put more heads on these things. Wait, that one goes to that one. Nope, we're still missing one, I think. Got a black one with the white line, white one with the black line, white one with the lime line, black one with the red line. Oh no, that's 8 there. We're good. I can count. Barely. Okay, more instructions. That I kind of wanted to keep for that. I think literally everything in here is kind of just a throwaway. I really think that I used all this stuff when I have these extra computers and I was doing lots of different things with them, but if I'm getting rid of the computers and the monitors and stuff, there's no reason for these cables. It's just kind of freeing, honestly. This though, this looks like it's something. Okay, I still have a bunch of little bags in here that I don't need. That over there. Alright. This metal plate. This looks important. These are arms to it, I think. There's something involved with it. What are these? These look so familiar. Oh, they fit on there. This is something to do with my desktop, right? You know, obviously, but I think it's like a board for a CPU to go on. But that's too small for a... I really don't know. I can't really think of it, but there's loose screws in here. I think I've got 1 or 2 loose screws myself. Alright, well... Can't be that important. Kind of where my head's at. This, however... This I'm tempted to keep. This is an old projector. I was actually thinking about using this guy on the stream, but there's really no... I didn't have the space nor the room, and everything kind of wasn't right for it. Cause I had given some thought to like putting like a chat on this or something else, but kind of didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. Definitely takes a bit more fiddling, and also it's an old one, so it's not really that great. We can maybe make this work for something, but I think when it comes down to it, I might keep this, but everything else is junk. Yeah, just an old PC, old speaker, bunch of random bits and pieces, a CD drive, which I don't need. Most people don't anymore. If you need one, you can get an external. Ooh. This is USB-C. We might hang on to this. This guy's worth something, but everything else is garbo. Alright. Okay. We're making moves here. We're making, not money moves, but we're making moves in general. Alright, we're putting all the junk in here. Oh, that's nice. Alrighty. Now I need to... I'm getting nervous about it. I'm gonna look up a place to recycle this. technology recyclers. I already drank all this water. No, I don't need a place in Indianapolis. Thanks, though. I need to sneeze. You sneeze real bad. Hope that didn't wake up my son. My sneezes are geared towards waking up my son. Any part of the house, doesn't matter where he is, doesn't matter where I am. If he is asleep and I sneeze, he's likely to wake up. And I feel bad every time. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's take that. Let's do this with this. Huh. It's not a good sign when that location that I thought was gonna, that I literally took the address that a website said that there's a thing there. And when I took the address and looked it up, it turns out to be a hibachi place instead of a tech recycling place. That's a little worrisome. Yeah, let's find a location. I just need to know if there's just like a place where I can drop my stuff. Oh wait, don't do that. Those numbers, those will mess the stream. Okay, so there's one here. Hold control to zoom. Okay. It's pointing towards the same hibachi place though. Maybe it's next to the hibachi place. I don't know what's happening anymore. Is there a hibachi place here? Someone tell me. Okay, there's a Chinese buffet literally right next to it. Okay. It's just really funny that the moment I pulled it up, they're like, yeah, this is a hibachi place. I'm like, oh, that's useful. Thanks. I could drink water for ages. How long have we been going? 2 hours? It's only 2 hours? It's already 11? Did I start at 9? Started like 8:30, didn't I? I guess it's 2:15. No, I started like 8:15. That's the other thing. I need to trim my mustache. Trying out my lips. Alright. So all this junk to donate is in there. Now this tub beneath it is primarily where I kept all of my... And it's probably just going to go straight to the storage unit. We're going to take a quick look and I might actually start putting old stuff in there. So it's the tub that I used for all of my old consoles and stuff. So my old PS2, Xbox, yeah, all that stuff. So let's move this house box. It's gonna be heavy now, that was the problem. I'll get a trash bag in here later to clean this up, I promise. Oh, hey, I was looking for that cable. I just saw that I was looking for forever. Okay. This is a mess. It's getting better, though. It's getting better. Okay. It's getting better. Alright. It's just... Let's take a look. You just come down here and you just say... OG Halo, freaking Payday 2, some PlayStation games, oh, Return of the King. Yeah, we got it going on down here. There's all these old. I have so many 360 games still. They're still chilling. They're still chilling. So yeah, this is the box of nostalgia essentially. All right, we can take a very quick inventory and then move on. See, Halo Anniversary Edition, Halo Reach, Halo ODST, Splinter Cell Double Agent, the Halo 2 map pack, but no Halo 2. I don't remember what happened to me. Splinter Cell Double Agent for PlayStation 2 instead of 360. Very different games. Both fun, actually. Tetris Worlds. Don't think I actually played this on Xbox, but for some reason I have it. Also, the cover's backwards. Because it was for Star Wars The Clone Wars. Excuse me. Titanfall. I have Final Fantasy 13? Huh. Alright. The classic. I think it got really scratched, my PlayStation 2 Battlefront 2, but gosh, I loved this game. So good. Metal Gear Solid 3. Halo 3 Standard Original. Dead Rising, never beat it. It's too much to do. Rainbow Six Vegas. Oh, there's too much to go through. Let's just go through the rest of the 360 ones, yeah? Most of these are just piles of games, and then we need to fit consoles in there in a minute. I have a lot of old PC games in here, too. A lot of bits and pieces for consoles and old tech. Yeah. Oof. Wowzers. Oh, look at this. A 32 megabyte graphics card. This could hold everything back then, dude. This was a lot. This is huge. Can't believe how big it was. Alright, Payday 2, like I said. Ghost Recon 2 Advanced Warfighter. This is a Splinter Cell, whatchamacallit? Splinter Cell Conviction. I think this is the buddies. We had a habit of letting each other borrow games and they never made it back. And a lot of them ended up at my house because I feel like we came to my house more often than not. That or I just have sticky fingers, I'm not sure. Canon Lynch Dead Men. Underrated. Mass Effect. Love that game. Oh. Destiny, The Taken King. Someone called Nick and Terry. Dead Island. Hated it. Actually hated it. Was really excited for it. Hated it. Played like 5 hours of it. Hated it. Resident Evil 5. Still playing through that one. Oh, there's a couple PS2 games down here. Urban Chaos. Still haven't beaten it. Hilarious. Black Hawk Down Team Saber. Looks like garbage. Plays okay. Looks like garbage. The entire game. It's just a garbage fest. Thought I heard something. Alright. Let's see. I can get all these to stand. There we go. Alright, and that should be enough to hold hopefully everything else. Alright, let's do some retro console review, shall we? Going from newest to oldest. Oh, excuse me. This is the good 360s that came out after the ones that always died. The Elite. I believe this was an Elite. Well, not like the original Elites. I forget. I guess I forget what the designation was. They have dumb designations for Xboxes. But this thing still works. It's nice. It's fantastic. I think Xbox 360 is a fantastic console, other than the launch ones themselves. I think these ones, the next like gen of them, were fantastic. They worked really well. Not as accessible on the hard drive. Oh well, no, I guess it was. They still had a. Where was it? They have a button on here, don't they? Where was it? Is it in the bottom? Oh, it is in the bottom. You just like push this in or something. Yeah. Push that in. That pops out. Yeah, you have your hard drive back there. There you go. So it's not too bad. Still can't believe I lost the ability to get into that my old Microsoft account, so my gamer tags basically, it's there, it's just not accessible anymore. Makes me really sad. I've tried multiple times to get back into it and just tried calling for help or like their help desk stuff, and they're like, yeah, sorry, we can't do it because of our like, you know, security privacy policy stuff. And it's just like, bro, I'm the only person who goes by this name. The thing hasn't been activated in ages. I can tell you everything about it. I can log into it locally on my current 360 that I own, like I can prove it, but it's just there's not much I can do about it, which is really lame. Anyway, loved this console. I fear to get rid of it. Honestly, it's been with me through a lot. A lot of good times on this one. The Power Brick, dude, the original Power Bricks were enormous. This one is quite condensed compared to the original ones. The brick of power was enormous. It's kind of scary how big they were. You know what I mean? Yeah, sneeze, guys. Too much sneezing. A white controller with the black battery pack. Nice. Fallout New Vegas. Finished everything except for the last DLC. Really, really good. Love Fallout New Vegas. Oh, here's our OG Halo 2. Found it. Minecraft 360 edition. This is the only place I played Minecraft. It was on a 360. Beautiful Katamari. Its only flaw was that it wasn't We Love Katamari. Halo Wars. This is also a Friends. I don't know why I still have it. Really fun though. Good time. I mean, as fun as an RTS can be on a console, to be fair. Like, I mean, it's a fun game, and if you're not trying to be super, I guess, competitive on a console, because, like, I don't know, there's certain games where you just, a controller just doesn't feel good, and definitely an RTS is one of them. You just don't feel like you can control things as good as you want to. It's really too bad. Alright, let's get the other controllers over here. Alrighty. These in the box. Picked up a tinder box. Oh, they call it a box, it's in a cylinder. Tinder cylinder, I like I call it that, that's one. Alright. Oh boy, oh boy. All this dust is kicking my butt. The Slim PS2. Gosh, this is the original controller and I love this thing still. Oh, these things held up great. Dusty as hell though. This old thing, man. Unplug this controller. Oh my goodness. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This little guy. The PlayStation 2 was, I think it's still the top selling console of all time. PlayStation 2 is fantastic. This guy was great because it actually had a built-in Ethernet port and you didn't have to get a giant freaking adapter to play online games. I only played online games a little bit. Most people lagged to death on PlayStation 2 online stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my gracious. I actually had USB ports in here. I don't think I ever used those for anything. And then the cool part is that was around the time they started doing, you know, consoles can stand up like this instead of just being down like a VCR. And you'll note that the little logo on there kind of stands up, and they made it so that it can, depending on how you want it, you can twist it so it can be right side up like this, or you just, you know, where is it at? You just twist it and then it's right side up this way, which I think is hilarious and kind of silly, but it's cool. Oh, the old PlayStations. Oh, it got a little damage on this part. That's okay. Still works really well. I haven't really... Gosh. The last thing I played on this was semi-recently. By semi-recently, I mean 6 years ago. The last time I turned this on 6 years ago? It may have been. I think the last thing I actually played on it was... a friend of mine let me have his Shadow Colossus, because I never played through Shadow of the Colossus. It's a really good game. I really like Shadow of the Colossus. It is a fun one. 8 megabytes. That'll get you somewhere. Not everywhere in life, though. So I needed that enormous one. Alright, we're going to try and stand these up in a way that they probably don't kill each other, but we'll see. Probably don't stand it up like that. Probably do it like this. There we go. Oh man, we have the PSX, original PlayStation, or whatever version this is. I don't even know if this was the first one they came out with, but it was I think it was like a different configuration of the buttons, because I think the original didn't have the reset button. But, sorry, I'm just looking at some of the stuff in the back here. Look at that voltage, my dudes. This thing was pretty tight. This is a friend of mine's. He gave it to me when he was done with it. Still works. The tray button also gets stuck here and there, so you gotta kind of be finicky with it. Because you can't actually close stuff after a while. Come on, there we go. There it is. Perfect. The original controller that had no analog sticks. You could play ye old Final Fantasy VII with no analogs. Actually, yeah, that's how you had to play. Didn't have support for it because it hadn't come out yet. I don't think it had. That, or it was coming out around the time it was being released, and they didn't develop it for it. But oh my goodness, this thing is so small. It's kind of funny how like there's 1s and 2s on here, so like an L1 and L2. Well, I guess the R and the L are up here, and then there's 1s and 2s, but they're so small. Like they don't even fill. Like the PlayStation 2, like it starts to be bigger and fill up, you know, the whole space here. And then obviously nowadays, like all the 2s are triggers, and 1s take up a bit more space. Goodness gracious, it's weird how far all this stuff has changed and come. I've got 2 separate memory cards here. Wonder what's on these. I don't think I've looked in some time. I don't know that I've done anything with the PlayStation 1 in a while. The only game that I currently have out, I think I have a few more in this box, but the one that was chilling on top of it is Final Fantasy VIII. Yes. Because I love Final Fantasy VIII. Because it deserves it. I don't care what anybody says. I loved you when you were ugly, okay? All sitting here like a happy constant family yet. Good enough. Get this game in there. Alright. Shoot dang. Alright. Alright, those need to go in the trash, from what I remember. Alright, that's also trash. Alright, so this tub is gonna go away anyway. So a lot of the stuff that we've already put in this big tub, we might not put in there. That's fantastic. Makes me feel a little less sweaty about fitting things all together. Oh my goodness, this has been stressful. Now some of the boxes in here also contain things that are not technology related, which makes things a little bit more difficult because I think most of it's home stuff. Stuff with memories. Here's an old laptop bag that I don't need to keep because it's from my old job. And it's really small. They're like, what's the smallest we can make a laptop bag? Before someone, like, decides to shoot up the building. And this is what they gave us. That can get donated. People need bags, right? Two things. This one. Box for lights. Don't care. Don't need. We're moving. The camera angle's all messed up. Keep moving the camera too much. This stupid thing. Alright, so my old cell phone was a part of my Moto G3. This sucker was one of those phones that only had a charging port, no headphones, and you needed this stupid thing to plug it in, like I'm some sort of Apple user, and then you can plug in a frickin' headphones. It's so stupid. I hate that people are going through with that sort of design. Like, we want less functionality. Anyway, with the Moto G Play, it actually has a headphone jack on the top and the power on the bottom, which is great. I love that. I wonder if this work in this. It probably does. Point being, it's a stupid design. You shouldn't want to have AirPods or whatever, or just any sort of like wireless stuff, because one, you're running low on battery probably all the time. You have to recharge that stuff. Two, probably way easier to get lost or drop. Don't care for that. Yeah, you don't have to deal with untangling cables, but I'd rather deal with that. Easier to deal with and find than tiny things. Also, I know people joke, and they've joked since cell phones came out about like, you know, like, oh, the radiation's super scary and stuff, but it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not scared of radio waves, but like having them in my ear a lot, I'm just waiting for a cancer court case at some point, see what happens, because I feel like that probably can't be good for you. I don't know, it's just me personally. I don't tend to use wireless stuff much. I ain't a doctor, but it's kind of just how I feel about it. I have a trumpet. Let's do this. And what the hell is that? The wall attacked me. Ew. Something shop. Got more baskets. This room's getting really cluttered. More donate. Alright. This guy can hold more stuff, man. Ooh, speaking of stuff to get rid of. These Razer headphones do not work anymore, I don't think. That or they were just uncomfortable. Either way, they're kind of trash. Not using them. Let's see. Alright, the rest of that needs to be kept or rearranged in some way, shape, or form. I think the rest of these boxes are sentimental stuff or home things. Uniform. I'm back, sorry. Okay. Alright, well, we have technically achieved the goal. Everything else in there is either going to get moved to a storage unit or is a box for something that is being transported to the storage unit or moving with us. And so it will need to go. That's gonna be junk. There's a few other things we can move around, but like, generally this is actually organized. I'm shocked. Dude, it's weird living your life and realizing how much stuff you can just kind of accumulate over time, and also how you can just kind of pack up your life and move. intimidating, terrifying, and lovely all at the same time. Life's scary, isn't it? Yeah, dude, we're in a good spot. I might formalize some of this tomorrow, but I got books to put away as well. But man, we got it covered. All right. Should I play something? We got a little bit of time before I decide to pack it up, pack it in, rearrange a few things, and then maybe go to sleep, hopefully. Update for Deep Rock. What did they update? Dude, I play Deep Rock religiously. I know I've mentioned it on stream a lot, but I do love this game. It is fantastic. Small update. Patch 8. Fixes mostly. Okay, that's cool. I haven't played Due Process in a minute. It's always a good time. They've been making updates. It's good. Good UAV updates, honestly. I could check our Astroneer. Our Astroneer world. I haven't jumped on there in a month. I feel bad because I kind of want to do more of that. I don't know. Should we play something? It sounds like fun. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Something I can get into and out of pretty quick. But it's also fun. What I have been playing a lot off stream, I'll let you know, is God of War. And not Ragnarok, God of War 2018. It's actually a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would. At first, I was kind of skeptical a little bit. I figured, like, oh, I'll probably enjoy it, but it probably won't be that fun. It's really fun. Really actually enjoying it. I'm excited to play Ragnarok, but I'm still playing through. Gosh, what am I doing right now in that game? I've beaten 3 Valkyries. Working on a 4th. Still haven't beaten the main storyline yet. But I'm just slowly taking my time and basically exploring every chance I get, which is fun. Just play FTL. I could be here for a while if we play FTL, dude. I would get stuck. I love FTL, it's so good. I mean, Astroneer, I'd also get stuck, to be fair. So maybe something like Fall Guys? I don't know, something that's clearly ends at a certain point. Also played Off-World recently. The game's fun. Silly but fun. Project High-Rise, actually pretty relaxing. Oh, they have a ton of DLCs. Brilliant Berlin, London Life, Tokyo Towers, Miami Malls. Jeez. This is all stuff they sell. I'm curious. I always get curious about how games decide to make more money. Yes. Yes, they do sell. Or they charge for those. Which makes sense. The game needs something. Sea of Thieves. I haven't played Sea of Thieves in ages. Got Sea of Thieves so I can play with my nephew. I haven't played with him in a while. I haven't been able to since... Played with him once or twice since my son was born, but it's so busy, man. I got a lot to do. So, like, I feel bad when I can't play with either my friends or my family. I never tried out Tooth and Tail. I bought it. But I never just really played it. Oh, Titan Souls. Titan Souls is good. War of Mine. The Talos Principle. Oh, I love the Talos Principle. Talos Principle is beautiful. I'm just nostalgic now. I'm just chilling. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to think if there's a game I would like to play right now. And I don't know that there is. I think I achieved my goal, and so I'm content to some degree. Oops. Don't pull up myself here. Nope. Alright. We could play Halo. We could play... don't want to play Due Process, I don't think. Not right now. I'm not in a mood to chat with people. Or just play Helldivers. I enjoy Helldivers. Helldivers is dumb. I love it. Ooh, Clone Drone's getting good, though. Let's Clone Drone. Helldivers is actually really pulling on me for a second there, but... We're just gonna Clone Drone. Clone Drone. in the danger zone. Let's play a round or two. To say that we gamed. To say that we're still gamers on this stream. That's something. How do video games work? I don't remember how video games work, guys. This is not a video game stream. Not anymore. Multiplayer. Last spot standing. See if anyone's playing right now. It's a Tuesday, innit? Don't know if anyone's gonna be playing at all. It's worth a shot though. That are all the people that are online right now are currently starting a match or in a match rating. Sword, Fire Sword Energy, I guess. Always switching between my builds. I haven't really done Kickbot enough though. I need to be Kickbot more. I think it's what I do the least. Can you not take an attack? Can you just take like dodges? And you just kind of hope to get on a point and get stuff? I imagine that's possible. Alright. Also, there's a lot of games I kind of want to purchase, not gonna lie. I was talking to my wife that I kind of want to buy Valheim. It looks like so. Oh. It looks like so much fun. And they recently came out with an update, a big update. I think it's called Mistlands. Hello. I have one leg. My one arm. Where are all the humans? There's no one playing tonight. Oh, it's tragic. This guy's gonna like snipe me from long range. Just the moment we get down there, I'm just gonna get sniped. I'm gonna get Katniss Everdeen all over this bee. Just me and him. Who's this guy? Cragmite. I didn't need to do that to like a...
Can't wait to see the humans fight. Sorry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Begin.
Energy. Let's go for Raptor. What's this guy? Please.
Raptor launched.
Great, of course. Whoa.
Finally, some action.
Oh, we almost hit him. Well, I'm dead. Alright, well. That's how that went.
Raptor wins.
That was so long for nothing. I want to see some cleaning. Dude, I have been cleaning the whole time when you got here. The wrong time for cleaning. Alright, no one's playing that, so I think we're gonna move to something else. Maybe we should have just done Helldivers all along. Let's see if I can get a controller going here. Clean, man, we've cleaned. Or we've rearranged stuff so much. Actually, I will give you a view of the room if you'd like. Hold on a sec. Just a sec, my dude. There we go. Debate me, you're fake news. I'm not fake news. Look at it's not gonna look clean, but we've organized and we've decided on things we're gonna keep. So here's all the vintage games. Here's all the old gaming stuff. Got boxes and other things we're gonna keep. I gotta pack all the stuff in. But over here is a bunch of boxes and junk we're gonna throw away. And then down here is a bunch of technological stuff that needs to get recycled. And it was all in this closet. That was an entire mess. 360 vintage now? I mean, it is technically. Because what? They had the... What was it? The Xbox One. Then the Xbox One came after the 360. And then the Xbox Series S and then the Xbox Series X. I think you might be Fate News. I don't know. 360 is pretty old though, dude. 360 came out when I was a sophomore in high school. Is that when it was? Came out almost 15 years ago. When was the 360 release? We're looking it up. Xbox 360 was released, at least where is it released in America? Xbox 360 launch. Why is it so hard to find this? Canada and United States, November 22nd, 2005. 2005. 17 years. Wowzers. That's a long time ago. Now I feel old. Legitimately. Holy junk. How's it 2005 though? I thought the 360 came out around the same time that Halo 3 came out, but maybe Halo 3 came out later. Admit you lost debate and accept you are fake news. No, I will not. I will not. When's Helldivers 2 coming out? I'm not fake news. I cleaned, I organized. I talked about all the things I touched. It's just boxes to be loaded up now. That's all it is. Oh my gosh. We're at the dreaming section of my title. I can allow it for myself. You should allow it too. I haven't played this game in a while, so laugh at me if I'm bad, please. Did they win? Oh no, they lost.
We have failed, my friend.
Oh, get on the screen. This stupid Vigi game. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. It's not showing up. Maybe it will in a second. Once Earth blows up. That's the only funny thing about this game is that you can buy this game, and since it's a live service game that like everyone's actions contribute all the time, and you can win and then lose. And like while you're playing the game, you can play the game and then go away for a week, and they will have won. It will tell you that they won. And so if your first experience is joining this game, and then you get there and they're like, hey, the credits are rolling, you won. It's really confusing. All right. If they won a second time, I was gonna freak out. All right.
Yeah.
Come on. Show up.
Sir.
It doesn't want to show up. I think we're gonna need to use the different. Hold on. Graphics options. We're windowed and borderless. Don't know what the problem is. We're gonna switch over to this one because it works. All right. Does that look beautiful? Gosh, I hope so. Is it the cyborgs where I only have one more thing to unlock? So I was unlocking capes last I remember. You have to do like stupid high level, yeah. Cyborg Peacekeepers. I'm pretty sure I have the bug one. I got the bugs and I got the Illuminate. But I don't think I have the cyborg. I obviously don't have the cyborg one there. Yeah, we're good. On that one, and then this guy. See, the bugs and the Illuminate are actually pretty easy to solo. I feel like the cyborgs start to get absurd when you're alone. Because it's just all tanks all the time. Alright, fighting bugs is fun. Wait, what's this? Yeah, so we leave this. Oh yeah, I was at Super Earth, that's why. Proving grounds. Let's not do something absurd. Snow. Let's do snow. It's only 2 missions. It sounds fun. Alright. Take something other than our usual loadout.
Sequence initiated. Crew to station.
I'm usually
I repeat, crew to stations.
yeah, I almost always bring the Trident. Trident's is so good, dude. Alright, let's get... Oh, what was the difference in these? The fire rate, yeah. The stability's terrible. I love it. Alright, the barrage, that guy, this guy, that guy. Yeah, no, this is everything I need in life.
Commencing mission.
Doing it. I should try I never tried the random loadout thing. I wonder if that's fun at all. Probably. Probably easier when you have a group of people though, so you can kind of bank on everyone else having something you don't have. Really? Right next to a faction? Right next to a group of bros? Oh, I should have brought, Hot I hate you so much. Clean man, you're the best. Hot topic. Oh, I can fall on the ice. I forgot about that. Don't forget, you can fall on the ice. Alright, let's go up this way first. Hide! The freaking Elon face is amazing. Oh, goodness. Yeah. All-terrain boots are for the DLC people who pay money. I gotta trudge through snow. I guess I could have brought a mech, but I'm also cheap in that way too. Alright. We can do that, and that should reach it. That should do just fine. Should. We'll come back if we need to. Oh. The snow might be our downfall, not gonna lie. Oh, he didn't reload. I asked you to reload, dude. Whew, whew. Oh, we have to go all the way around. Great. And I didn't bring any. Yeah, I didn't bring a vehicle of any kind. We should probably get the gun out. Oh.
Dropping equipment.
It's a really good gun that I need right now. Is this Halo Wars? It certainly looks like it, don't it? Oh, they take some damage, don't they? This is Helldivers, my dude. I love this game. It's a good one. It's been some time since I played it, though.
Reload.
I played it a little bit during the summer. Again. It's been around a while, but... Oh. Take cover to drop the poison. Okay. I don't know if this was the answer either, but it's a fun game. Okay. Cap the point. Turret. Why not?
Deploying defensive assets.
Oh boy. Oh, I didn't get the last one. Are you kidding me? Gosh dang it. Why am I priming a grenade? Almost there. Did I take any ammo? I did not, because I'm normally using the other gun. Shoot, we didn't think about this. It's fine. You just gotta be quick. You just gotta be quick. Oh, eliminate 60 bugs. Didn't know that was a part of my mission. Alright, cool. Oh, the ecological survey? Screw this thing. This thing's the worst. We're gonna try and do both. This is gonna be a tragic mess, dude. What did I tell you? I don't have the other gun, do I? Frickin' A. Alright. We need a couple liberty right now, my dudes. Alright. Alright, eat that stuff and then kill him. Oh, this is really bad. Alright, well, we're gonna do the world's slowest chase. And then throw this. Isn't gonna do much. Helped a little bit. This guy's easy. Next guy won't be as easy. Oh, I didn't even see that one. We're gonna need ammo and lots of it.
Stand by. Equipment on its way.
Nice. Alright. Well, this is gonna be real risque. Oh, there's another group down there? I didn't even. Oh, that's not great at all. This might be a fail because we brought bullet weapons and no way to reload them. And running through snow is everyone's favorite pastime. Without jump jets or vehicles or anything. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, these aren't. Yeah, these are extractors. These aren't geological surveys. There is still a geological survey to do, which is even dumber. We might just give up on this mission. It's gonna be rough. Technically, there's a possibility we can find ammo. Oh yeah, we have to restart it. Are you kidding? Nope. Oh gosh. Oh, I did it wrong. We're gonna get murdered by that thing.
Defense drop incoming.
I'm already like out of ammo.
Dropping equipment. Supplies incoming.
Down. Oh, get up. Punch them all. Jump. Oh, get up. I'm gonna die. Alright, get moving. Not much time. Oh, he saw me. Dang it. Oh, down and down, left up. Bro, I'm not having a good time right now. Can't reach me. For some reason, it can't reach me. We're gonna do this. Apparently. Do love the head bash against the console. Yeah, raise the wellhead. Kill these things. Raise the wellhead. Do it, coward. That turret's working overtime. The ecological survey is gonna fail its mind out. Alright. So that's done. We missed one. Great. Can you aim? Gosh, I'm terrible at aiming. Alright. Dash where you can dash. Alright. We did miss one of the bug homes. Okay, okay. Okay.
Deploying ordnance.
Blow that up, try and get out of dodge, because everyone's gonna start running towards it. Okay, no one's in this general area other than them and them. Okay, my map's a liar. Oh, my map's a super liar. Gotta go sleepy tonight. Oh, good night, buddy. Thanks for coming. Saying hi. Accosting me about being fake news. But I come to expect that. Love you, Cleve, man. Have a good night, my dude. Sleep well. Alright. Okay, they're behind us. Trudging through the snow is hard. Alright. Oh, no.
Stand by. Equipment on its way.
I'm gonna call people to my location, but I'm not caring right now. Okay, it ran out right time. By right time, I mean terrible time. It's still cranking out its time, isn't it? Yikes, this is bad. We just expended so much ammo. It would have been really great to have seen some downed ammo. Alright. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, that's the thing I need to defend that I can't even defend myself, so... Well, we can fail that one, it's fine. Oh, well, we're gonna die. Yep. I needed to get the turret down first, and I did not. I shouldn't have stopped for that. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. I think we're about to die. We're 100% about to die. Yep. Shoot their heads off and they keep moving. Right. Get a couple rejoins because we're solo and lonely. Yep. Get that turret down here.
Stratagem incoming.
Get that down
Equipment on
here.
its way.
Call that shuttle. Kill those idiots.
T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
So many of them, though. As long as I cover the turret will cover me. They can't see the stealthy guys. At least not immediately. It's a little bit easier for me to do that.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Oh! Of course it's gonna shoot through me to kill anything. Cover that angle.
Engaging target area.
Oh, mine's... We can do this. Echelon Matt, what is up? How you doing tonight? Oh no, our bug's stuck on snow planets. Yeah. We got bugs on snow planets, my dude. It ain't good. And I did not prep my my loadout very well. That's fine. We're gonna finish it with one failed. Ecological surveys don't matter anyway. Why do I care about that? I'm a soldier. Frickin'. Or geological, not ecological. Ecological. It's a new term on Super Earth.
Shuttle arriving.
Don't get killed by Frank. I guess we're giving up on the war. Yeah, right. Jeez. Alright, well we survived, so that's surprising. Goodness gracious. Echelon Matt, thank you for the follow, my dude. I don't know. All of my things on this are busted, aren't they? Hold on. Yeah, my alert, it did not go off. I'm sorry, dude. Thank you so much, though, for the follow. My man, welcome to the resolution. How you been? What's new? And are you a big fan of Helldivers? I really enjoy it. I play it on and off a lot, but it's a fun one. All right, defend launchpad, retrieve black box, activate oil extractors. Cool. Tight.
Launch sequence initiated. Crew to
All right,
station.
so
I repeat.
there's 2 packages. Fun. Okay. I hate packages, man. I'm waiting on HC2. I was just joking about that. Are they making one? Has that been announced? Because that'd be really cool. Alright, so we're using the Knight. See, the SMGs are good when you are carrying a package. And I enjoy them in general, but the Trident's just so nice at taking care of almost everything. Starting out the window, seeing all the BS fall. Yeah. Alright. So we can try the Defender. We just need to bring ammo for it if we're gonna do that. I don't believe with the backpack we can actually... I don't think the backpack can actually... You can't fly with the case. HD2 is confirmed. Awesome. Just waiting on news for it. Interesting. Okay. I was unaware. Because I could take the Stomper, but we're not going to be able to travel with the case in hand. I doubt the jetpacks will work with that as well, but we'll grab them. Probably shouldn't need the eats. Backpack, not if we have jump jets. Probably just regular ammo. The easier way would just be to take the Trident, but... Yeah, backpacking jet. Yeah, same slot. Yeah. I get you. Ooh. The wife calls for aid. I will be right back. If I can get through this room. If it's a math problem, can't help. Dude, I agree. Math, not my strong suit. Alright, sorry for the wait, everybody. I probably should put you on hold music, but I did not think of that at the time. Alright, stick with the defender. This is gonna be a risk again, but we're gonna try it. And then we're gonna call it a night. It's late. We're up late. Illuminates have the power to rewire brains. Oh no. So excited about putting things in boxes. Alright. Oh.
Equipment on its way. Stand by. Equipment on its way.
Don't want to lose the lift. I keep forgetting that about the SMG. It doesn't reach terribly far. I don't even know from where that was. I actually think I like the other SMG more, not gonna lie. I thought I used to lean the other way, but I think I was wrong. Oops, not done yet. Done now? Must be.
Reloading.
Come on. Yeah, I enjoy using, again, like I said, I enjoy using the Trident quite a bit. But it really does feel like easy mode sometimes with taking out the scouting parties and whatnot. It's a good gun. Really fun. The fact that you can basically have unlimited ammo is kind of savage.
To the skies.
Yep, you drop it. That's what I figured. Just a small jaunt. It's fine. This is the slowest thing I've ever seen in my life. No. Just running through with my side loading SMG. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Oh. Yeah, run on the ice.
How would you like to take some freedom?
Oh, I couldn't reach them all. Okay, maybe. Alright, we're gonna try and do the launch pad next.
Engage! To the skies!
Just smile and wave, boys. I don't want to fall in the water.
To the skies!
Nope, don't. Why are you on the map?
Reloading!
Oh, this is bad.
Throwing grenade!
Nice.
Engage!
How do you even see me from there?
Defensive equipment inbound.
Don't get landed on. Please don't get landed on. Okay, turret's still working. I do have the
Dropping
barrage.
equipment. Repeat. Dropping equipment.
Of course.
Incoming fire.
The moment I walk there. Oh. Of course they call it when they see. Oh my gosh. Well, this area is doomed. Everything about this thing is dead. Well, attack over here. Not exactly what I had in mind, but gives the thing time to take off, and why not? Oop, that one hit me. Get out of there, rocket. Okay. He's gonna be okay, guys. Whew. Alright. Yeah, let's go over this dry ground.
Reload!
Oh. And the turret call it quits. He was done. Move down and around, give that guy some space. Yeah, 'cause they're following in behind us. Yep.
Reloading!
We got this. It's okay. We're almost there. Not even close. We're gonna make some friends on the way. Got it? Okay. Almost. So close. We should get out of here. Nice. Perfect. And Might as well grab this. Drop off planes directly south, where all our enemies are.
How did I protect your freedom? Engage.
South.
Jumping.
Oh boy, they are all around, aren't they?
Defensive stratagem incoming. Extraction confirmed.
Oh, it's one of those dudes. That's really bad.
T minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
No, not the turret. Dang it. Oh, you kidding me? You kidding? This is bad. Are you winning, son? No. Hardly. We're like right at the end. Does not feel like we're winning though. We're just barely making it out. Didn't really bring any anti-armor. Which I can do without. Oh, no. Don't necessarily need it to win, but it's better when you got it. Oh, we're gonna die right here, right now. Yep. Not the jump pack, dude. Frick. If you could just start me on it, that would be nice. Don't you dare. Oh my gosh. We failed this mission. I can't actually do it because this stupid guy's gonna stomp my junk. That's heartbreaking. I should have just called down the frickin' firestorm. Oh well. Oofs. You had to ask if I was winning, didn't you? You just had to ask. Oh, goodness. Alright. It's midnight. I need to organize a couple boxes. Call it a night on packing, dude. Goodness gracious. Definitely not everything is in the spot it needs to be, per se. But things actually look a lot better than I expected them to. So, this is good. Packing? Yeah, moving, sir. Have we not talked about this? So I'm moving back up north. I will be in the good old Massachusetts. We might have. It's been a while. We haven't talked in a minute. Yeah, no, that's why I've slept once or twice since. Yeah, no, I have been like completely busy with packing and getting ready and all sorts of things, and so I haven't really been able to keep up with the stream stuff. There's just been a lot going on, and so I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I don't think I will be streaming until maybe mid-December, possibly at this point. I kind of have to push any other streaming things back, so that's why we haven't had community night. Nick and I have been busy with work and we haven't done RE5 in a minute. Yeah, the sadness, I know. It's gonna be a couple weeks because again I have to get everything together. I have to get moved. Res Christmas stream, maybe. I don't know. I can't promise anything at this point. I have to move the entire setup. I have to move everything, and so yeah, no, it's a lot. I've been stressed out of my mind, to be honest. It's been a lot, but I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna be good. Definitely looking forward to making some changes and kind of moving forward with things, I hope. But it's been fun to catch up and talk as I clean and organize all this stuff. And hopefully just get rid of a bunch of junk. It kind of feels nice to get rid of things I don't need. And maybe hang on to a couple things that I might want to use later. But yeah, no, things are shaping up. Things are shaping up. Gosh, that was such a buzz kill. Probably should have tried to kill that stupid thing. It's bugging me now. Oh well. Try to think. Yeah, I think with all this stuff I've done tonight, all the things I plan to move to the unit, I think these tables and this computer setup is coming down next. Big set. I just came in at the end and this is what I came to. Yeah, this is the biggest edge. This is the biggest sadness. Yeah, I think this whole, I want to kind of have a lot of this room packed up by tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I'm sorry. Kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's kind of how it needs to be. So if I get this entire room cleaned out, that saves me a lot of time down in the future. We're kind of planning on having the whole house packed like a week before we need to leave. We're just gonna have a couch, or maybe just a few chairs, and a laptop, and that'll be all we need for us, and then just things to take care of the baby. Getting this house cleaned and getting everything together, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but I'm kind of excited for good lord. I'm kind of excited to move on and do more things. Again, different job. I will be back in my homeland for a little bit, hopefully long enough to make enough money so I can put a down payment on a house and live life, man. I want my own house. It's kind of the desire right now, which is really selfish of me as a millennial who apparently needs more bootstraps, but we're gonna do it. Anywho, yeah, I might not see any of y'all for a little bit. I will try to I'll be more active than I am on Discord anyway, and I will definitely get some stuff planned for when we are back. I would like to get another community night going maybe at the end of December, maybe just throw some stuff together so we can see if we can keep the stream going. I would like to, but again, reacclimating to new location and stuff can take time, so please be patient with me. Just painted my office yesterday and I'm hurting today, but having own house is nice. Fall Guys is always easy peasy. This is true. Fall Guys is easy peasy. I do love Fall Guys, dude. Game is so silly. Alright, I am tired and I don't think I have the ability to be on camera anymore. Let's find someone who... Is there anybody who needs a couple Twitch viewers right about now? Or 3 or 4 Twitch viewers? Who's streaming? Anybody that I know that needs friends? Not that I can see. Let's see real quick. No, not really. Alright. Well, never mind. We're not raiding anybody. Why? Because all my friends are offline. Alright. Everybody, have a good night. I will see you all maybe mid-December. Yeah, I think everything's coming down, so I love you guys. Have a fantastic, fantastic night. Have a good week, and see you in December. Bye, guys.